So long, Bowser. Thank you so much for playing my game.
What up, chat? How's it going today? What up, Victor Hernandez? What up, Ninja Micah? What up, Gassan, Alsheb, Vitalia, Exto, Bonarl? Chat, you guys are combined. It's time for peace. It's a time for love. YouTube chat, Twitch chat, we're all just Feer chatters. Am I right? I don't know if I want the icon to display permanently, but for now, today, we'll have it there. Look at this. Peaceful chatting amongst each other. Isn't this what we always wanted? Shout outs to Shin Bang, by the way, who primed off stream. That's why we have a daily sub count already going. Already at 1. That is courtesy of Shin Bang, something like that. Did I get that right? Shin Bang. Chat, I should now be able to see when people subscribe on YouTube as well. That should be part of my activity feed here. Is that a gifty? Yo, for an icing. 5! Gifting 5 tier 1 to the community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look, now the gifties show up in chat. You can see it right here. Look at those gifties. Let me see this full screen. Is this, you guys can read this, right? Or does the chat need a little bit of a background? I think the only reason why it maybe needs a background is because my my map video just makes it a little bit hard to read. So we could maybe just chill in the darkness here. You guys like to chill in the darkness? How's it going? How's it going? What up, what up, what up? We got a big day planned today. Big day planned today. Yo, Hoffy! Thank you for the brand new Prime. Oh, not the brand new Prime. 6 months of Prime. Thank you, thank you. How's Baby Feer? Baby Feer is doing great. Thanks for asking. Appreciate that. Unibrow Shaver. Thank you for the tier 1 for 14 months. Huge love today, chat. Huge love. So I don't know how much we're gonna. Right now, we're actually live on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I think in the future, this will of course only be for like watch parties and stuff. But today we have a show match, so the YouTubers are getting it live. I don't know if it's gonna become a YouTube video or not. So I figured I'd just include that as well. But we have a lot more going on today than just the show match. Taz Plates RL.
How has your week been?
Thank you for the tier 1 for 5 months. Yo, how has your week been? My week's been good. My week's been good. I've been trying to get matches. Obviously, it's not super easy to do that. People are pretty busy at the major. You'll see that the guys that are playing today are not major players. We went through a few of the major players potentially getting them in. Ultimately, it didn't work out that way. But maybe we'll do it in the future. You never know. Title is wrong. Is that right? Title is wrong. Oh yeah. I see it. There's an extra U. Thank you. Title should be fixed. Nugget at the major would be crazy. I almost feel like, no, people wouldn't rather have YMC. people would just rather have neither of them. But I tell you what, I think because YMC is not there, they're not nearly the targets of ridicule like Mobula are. All right, do these guys care about what color? Me personally would have Limitless. True. I think here, I wonder if I have a what if I do this, that, this, that. Oh yeah, you guys like that? How's that? Does that making the stream better, would you say? Type 1 if this is currently improving the stream. Good. People are loving it. All right.
Yo, Feer, 2 things. You're cool AF, and second, where does one obtain that hat you are wearing?
It's specifically Big Hat. It's from Oddjob. One sec, chat. I'm so fast at this stuff. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what people say about me, is they're like, you're so quick with everything you do when it comes to setting it up on stream. And I'm like, oh, stop it. I know. Okay, we're so close. We're so close, chat. It's actually insane how close we are. Okay, what do we think about this? A little bit easier to read when we're in this scene. When is it starting? Hey, YouTube chatters, listen. You got to be on stream, okay? You got to be on screen. Let's not get a little antsy here and start asking questions like, when is it starting? All right. Now we just need to get this up. Get this up. They don't mind, so we'll put Nuggets on the blue. Thank goodness. Rocket League resets every single time now. I wouldn't want to have to, you know, get to instantly have Manfield Knight already selected. I love it when I have to go through all the maps. It's one of my favorite parts of playing the game. So I'm glad that that's the case. All right. Chat, you guys ready? I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Prediction? Good question. No prediction, please. Okay, we're not ready. Start prediction. Who wins? Nuggets. Abdullah. And you guys are going to get 5 minutes. Oh, right. I forgot. The cues doesn't work. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I will be able to see YouTube chatters. No longer should you feel neglected. Who will win the major? A great question for later in the stream, specifically. Also, I had this cool thing that I added. These guys want to get started, so I guess I'll just show you later. I'll show you later. I'll show you after.
Yet, Fear, I need my food first. I have a Spanish test TMR. Hope I don't get 89 this time.
No, unfortunately, I am ready. I am ready. You'll just have to get your food while the match is going on. Alrighty. They're ready whenever. Let's run it. Wait, why did Nugget get pulled and not get pulled into the party? Nugget, join party match. Huh. Interesting. Chat, here we go. It's Nugget versus Abdullah and a nice 1v1 matchup between players who have gotten some wins recently. Nugget has been on a bit of a run. Abdullah is technically as well. I think Abdullah's only played his one debut match. It was an exciting one, and it was against Evo, and I believe it might have been a sweep. If it wasn't, it was a very dominant performance for Abdullah, but he is back and ready to play again. He is a player for R8 in the MENA RLCS, one of the higher level teams, I think at least a top 4 team. And he's been on the rise, and I think we're going to see him a bit more, not only in RLCS, but maybe in some ones matches as well. Now, Nugget is not only on a series winning streak, he is on a game winning streak. He has swept just about everybody he has played, and he has played 4 or 5 matches, I think, including a couple against, you know, Diaz and Nas, who are top 5 players in the world. We joked around a bit because we had him in a 2v1 against his teammates, and he did lose his college teammates in a 2v1. So his streak is technically over, both games and series, but I mean, let's be honest, it's not actually. It's not actually. In 1v1s, he is still something like, I think at least 12-0 in games and 4-0 in series. We'll see if he can continue that today against Abdullah. Abdullah, on paper, is certainly not the most or the toughest challenge of his recent matches. So by all means, it maybe should continue. But it's been a couple weeks, or at least a few days, since those games, and you never know if Nugget's still going to be playing at that top level. One thing that Nugget always does use is that rainbow boost, which I am totally used to by this point, watching Nugget. But it certainly stands out as an item you don't often hear when playing the game or watching high-level show matches, as Abdullah is going to get a demo and a reset shot for a second. A fairly low-scoring game. Now, one thing about Nugget's game is that the more goals, the better, it would seem, for him. Every time games are getting up into the double digits for both players, Nugget always seems to be able to pull away. It's the more defensive and grindy games that Nugget seems to struggle with, as he's going to pre-flip out to this ball. Nugget loves to play quickly and tries to surprise opponents with his speed and with his chasing, as some people would call it. But it's really hard. I mean, I feel like chasing comes with a negative connotation. Nugget gets wins, and that's all that really matters. So you could chase all you want. You could call it chasing all you want. But if he's breaking down top-level players and beating them in games, you know, I guess chasing is just the right way to play. Yo, Hannah Banana, thank you for the raid. W raids in the chat as 52 million people join us here. Nuggets on the counterattack with an easy goal. I was looking out at the raid. Not sure what happened here on Abdullah's shot. I think he took a long shot from midfield. Maybe went a bit too all in. Nuggets chasing down Abdullah. Doesn't connect for a demo, but can you guess what? Nugget did not leave. He is not about to give space or relinquish control for a second if he can get away with it. And he's earned himself another wall to air dribble. Late use of the flip. He wanted to get Abdullah transitioning from the back wall to the ground and then use the flip. But Abdullah still able to make that save. Non-committal attempt here from Abdullah. Knows that Nugget is going to retreat and probably make it back to stop it. So instead, he wants to prepare for the follow-up. That's exactly what he does on the single jump and then quick wave dash to get behind the ball. Nugget was chicken once? No, somebody said that, but Nugget has never been chicken. I think people were just wanted that to be the case. They wanted chicken nuggets to be some sort of correlation, but no. The player that was once named Chicken and then named J... Someone in chat will remember. J-Pow? He's a North American. He is not a... J. Russ. That's right. J. Russ. He's a North American player, not an English player. Abdullah saves the backboard. Nuggets trying not to allow him to get down to the ground, and now getting the demo. Should be able to convert. Abdullah, I'm not sure why he's even driving for Bruce. I guess he just knows he's already been scored on. Doesn't really care off the respawn. But there is a world, I guess if he respawned left side and he wants to be turning right away, and that's probably his world in which he gets the save. So you could argue he was just pulling right because that was the only way he had a chance, and if he spawns on the right side, then whatever. He was never going to make the save anyways. 5-3. Bit of separation for the first time here, as Nuggets gonna undercut Abdullah and try and bait him into a bad 50, but I would say Abdullah got a fairly decent one. The problem is no boost to show for it, so he does have to back off the play. Nugget to the skies. Abdullah swinging wide through his back corner, and he's nowhere near to making this stop. Credit to Nugget for recognizing the approach of Abdullah and getting that reset shot to accelerate as quick as possible. I mean, Abdullah looked like he was nowhere near the play because of how well Nugget hit that. Abdullah, a kickoff win, you could argue, as he gets possession and is even able to steal the back corner boost, but Nugget handles that well, resets possession. Now space for Abdullah, 50 seconds left to go. It has to be a goal for him. He's going to go to the backboard for a double, and Nugget will deny it and counter. So it will be a Nugget Game 1 win, most likely, assuming he does not throw away 4 straight kickoffs in 40 seconds. Maybe a time here for Abdullah still to lab, though, because after the hot start, he has not been able to find much offense against Nugget. And Nugget feels like the kind of player who quickly makes you change your game. You know, you get used to certain opponents who play, you know, a different level of pressure on the ball. and you recognize that Nugget's just going to turn on everything and forces you to play quickly. I mean, there's a reason why, you know, players aren't expecting it. They feel like they can punish it, but they're not used to dealing with it as much as Nugget likes to dish it out. So 8-3, a clean win here for Nuggets towards the latter half of this game, as he will continue his game win streak up 1-0 against Abdullah. Nuggets game win streak is at least 13 now. I'd have to go back and see. I can think of at least 4 matches he's played recently. Long-time watcher, first-time catch you online. What up, Dan Holton? Game 2, shout out Duck Deducted for the tier 1 for 4 months. Can you get a quack? No, I can't do it. I don't have the strength. Abdullah is going to score first. Kickoff win, lobbing this one to the top shelf. What is Atto's streak on stream? I think Atto does not have a streak right now. Who did he play against most recently? I think he played against Toxic when he made it his way back to his home where he doesn't have the best internet. His streak was all while he was on, not LAN, but in boot camp. Then he had a close match with Toxic. Abdullah going to get 3. He needs to get a little bit more, though, because apparently last time around, even though he got himself 3 goals, it wasn't enough. Nugget ended up getting 8. A lot of that has to do with these kickoffs. It's converting off kickoff basically every time, taking him less than 10 seconds for each goal. Hep Siegel, thank you for the 2 months. We demand a quack. You don't always get what you demand. Abdullah trying to challenge the midfield. Nuggets on 12 boost just puts some power behind the ball and gets it out past Abdullah's challenge, forcing him to hit it side on and not stopping the possession. Nugget switching the field, deciding not to go up the side wall. He felt like Abdullah probably be able to intercept that and stop that. A little bit too slow of a setup. So he cuts in field. First touch reset is not going to be enough to do anything with, and it's not even going to be enough to get a wave dash back out of the play. Nuggets game streak gone. That is a good point. Lots of time left to go, considering how Nugget probably averages something like 7 or 8 goals a game. I would not be calling it too early. He has scored a ton. Oh, wow. Fortunate that bounced too high. I thought he was backflipping to his demise. But ultimately does make the save, courtesy of the crossbar. That was a great setup by Abdullah. Dashing back to this demo. I thought he was maybe going to get to the ball clean, but off the wall, such quick movements. Even though he doesn't get the ball, he gets Nuggets. Makes his life easy on the follow-up. Nuggets, 65 boost. Not able to collect the ball off the back wall without getting bumped, but did a decent job to get it all the way to the orange half without getting demoed. Now Abdullah on a pad, uses that pad to combine with a wave dash in order to challenge. Bit of an all-in tight play, but one that he felt was worth it, breaking up the possession early instead of trying to defend from behind, but the pre-jump is going to get beat here. Abdullah jumping and floating in air before trying to get back down. Too late to make it back. Abdullah, straight kickoff win. Oh no, Nuggets gets back for the bump to not allow the free goal. Nugget has gotten so many wins based off of his kickoff. I mean, he's had first possessions. I mean, whenever there's been the maximum amount of kickoffs, like we talked about, as much scoring as possible, it has favored Nugget. But Abdullah had earned this early lead off of many consecutive first possessions in his favor off kickoff. Abdullah gonna reset on 100 and beats Nugget to the ball. That is a rarity. He should be able to double this in. No, not quite. It fell just for a moment to a position where it can be placed top right. But it needed the perfect touch, and Abdullah did not get it. And this is what we were talking about earlier. You need to get a big lead because Nugget always seems to find his way back, although this time he essentially owned goals here as he cuts off Nugget's touch and puts it on target himself. What was this dash on the side wall? Abdullah, a free bucket. Courtesy of a mechanical mistake from Nugget. 4 goals in a minute 16. Kickoff win goes to Nuggets as he puts the ball in the orange half. He didn't have boost. It seemed like it was going to be a boost for ball trade, but Nugget with a demo will be able to score. So ultimately does convert on the possession in similar fashion to how he's known for, staying aggressive despite being low. Most opponents expecting somebody to back off in that case. Nugget just gets speed at 0 and goes for the demo. Little wave dash bump. The ball's not on target though. And I don't think he's going to have time to get back out around and score it. He uses a zap dash to get to the ball, and wait a second, Nugget got a great shot here. One of the many great uses of a zap dash as he lands on that pad, dashes quickly out and uses the little bit of boost he was able to pick up to create that shot. Nuggets quickly to the midfield boost and a 50 win, and now he's within 1. 35 seconds left to go. People who were thinking that his game win streak was over were definitely counting it too soon. I said it before, Nugget always ends up with about 7 or 8 goals. Oh, this time he misses high. Crossbar and out. He definitely could have scored. Abdullah on 0. Chasing down the ball. Now into the attacking corner. Wants to dodge the demo. Managed to get a little wave dash touch on the side wall to play keep away. Nugget on ball with very little boost to work with. Has the carry though. Abdullah's going to flip away in the final moments. It's going to be a low 50 and a goal. Nuggets ties it up with 4 seconds left to go. And even though he didn't have a ton of boost, he keeps the ball on his car where there's tons of things to threaten, and then finally drops it down for one of the easiest shots to hit when you have no boost, which is that low 50. Nuggets, another kickoff win. Is he not even going to need overtime? Abdullah does break it up, but Nugget gets underneath it. Abdullah definitely would have preferred for that to hit ground as Nugget pops it up. Abdullah playing on 0. 50 boost for Nuggets. A flick, it's on target, sent away. Nuggets just barely is able to chip it into the side wall, so it will stay in the air. Abdullah going to chase this one down. Nugget pops the ball immediately because he's worried about that initial challenge, but that challenge never comes. Nugget puts one on target. Abdullah forced to make the save high up in the air, and finally will slam it down into the ground. So now we have overtime in game number 2. Kickoff goes to Abdullah. Strong first touch off the side wall. Uses the flip to get back to the ball. Has the reset. What a shot from Abdullah to end the game win streak for Nuggets. Nugget maybe brought it back for OT, but this is quite the clutch moment here from Abdullah. 9 seconds into overtime. He has tied the series 1-1. GG. Game number 3. Nugget has now officially broken his game win streak. But his series win streak is still alive in 1v1s. And I'm sure he'd be interested in keeping it going. Nugget flicked to the top shelf. Abdullah has a ton of boost to work with. Nugget did his best to put the ball away from him, but it doesn't matter. Abdullah uses the boost to make the save. And has a lot left over for the counterattack as well. Nuggets, I mean, on my screen, he touches the ball. My connection to the EU servers isn't great, but you definitely see the trail of the ball warp around his car. So I'm sure it felt like a scam. But maybe on Nuggets' much better ping, it looked like he missed. He's got 8 ping. I mean, he's got the best possible ping. So from his POV, he probably knew he missed. Abdullah playing on 88 ping. I'd probably have something like 180 if my ping was showing. Maybe even a bit more. Abdullah ground pinching this one away. But recognizes Nugget's going to take a while to corral the ball and get it back moving offensively, so decides to close that distance and challenge. He has met Nugget's speed. This has been a breakneck pace 1v1. Air dribble from Nugget, keeping ball cam on. It's demoed on the recovery, and Abdullah has the ball to control and puts it on target. At Feer 160, final answer. Oh, my ping? I think 160 is a bit low for a Arizona connection to EU servers. Nuggets. Flick top right, given a bunch of space. He converts. A rare moment where there's space on the field for either one of these guys. Abdullah, a reset shots, trying to beat Nugget on that near post where he can defend from the back wall. Is going to be one of the toughest places to do it. It's much easier to do it when attacking the center of the nets. In this case, Nugget wasn't defending from the back wall, but he does get faked out by the reset as he tries to turn back around into the play. And Abdullah makes it 3-2. Nugget, what a quick little chain dash. We're going to watch it from his perspective. Dashing up the curve of this wall to make the quick shot. Oh my goodness. Able to keep so much speed on a curve that normally absolutely eats your speed alive. Instead, he almost seems to accelerate. Nugget, great flick. First touch set up into that diagonal flick. Great pop. Has himself a 4-3 lead. These have been going back and forth. Nuggets setting up a reverse setup on the ceiling. Drops it calculated as he falls from the air. Doesn't find much of anything, and now Abdullah is going to try and flick. Oh, to punish Nuggets. But Nugget just barely able to make that save. Abdullah should be able to reset on 100 in the back corner. As Nugget turns passively. Allows Abdullah to start this dribble. Looks like he had lost it, and these two are not going to hold. Nugget's going to drop the no ways. Obviously, Abdullah can't hold the rule one until the game ends and then gets a loss. But he is, of course, going to get scored on, because that are the rules of the universe. Abdullah has recognized now how much Nugget likes to get those demos off the kickoff possessions. He's got his camera pulled down, checking where Nugget's at. The dive and steal his corner boost, and he knows Nugget is on ball at all times. And this is one of those things that you don't really expect from some top players. You know, that they won't want to make that dive, because in theory, every time when you have the race to the ball won, like Abdullah did, you just turn in, pop it over the top of them, and that almost gets learned out of your defenders. But Nuggets, he tries to push the envelope when it comes to greedy challenges like that, and often succeeds and takes you completely out of your game because of it. But Abdullah had the read this time. Still behind one, though, with a minute 30 left to go. Nuggets gonna lob one on target. Abdullah with the easy save. And an air dribble bump. Nuggets almost able to sneak underneath it and send it into the crossbar, but it does bounce its way in. And Abdullah is able to tie the game. Nuggets going top left. Great control of this kickoff possession. Forcing Abdullah into net. You see him prepping on the side wall to eventually make a save high. Ultimately transitioned out in an attempt to pick up some boost, but Nugget is able to capitalize. Another big kickoff win for Nuggets as he tries to force Abdullah to jump high. Single touch reset. Nugget was trying to make it seem like he was going to the corner and then fly back on target. Abdullah's done a good job of sticking around and actually earned himself a possession now. Hunter boost, attacking the other way. Went for the strong touch to try and beat out Nugget, who was maybe expecting a reset, but Nugget still made the save and is able to get it off the backboard for the counterattack. Definitely a risk that you take with going for that straight touch. If it does get saved, it likely gets saved with speed. Abdullah, big kickoff win and an instant goal. He needed that bad. A game that was basically over is now all of a sudden much more attainable. He doesn't have to get a direct kickoff win anymore. He got that one first. Now he can take a bit more time. He is going to back off the ball, and Nugget will bring it to him. Chaining some dashes together. Popping the ball to the back wall, gets himself demoed. Abdullah has a great possession here. He's going to cut it back across the net. No, he tried to fake Nugget out, or at least cut it around him. And Nuggets got the angle on the ball, and you know, you can't blame Abdullah for just turning and diving. He needed to get something, and ultimately it was that power slide cut needed to be a bit better. Didn't convert off his demo. 8-3. Nuggets very likely to take a 2-1 lead in the series. But Abdullah is certainly fighting to the bitter end as we head to game number 4. Am I getting kicked out of the server? Everybody's readied up and it's taking me way too long. Yep. How is this showmanship? Oh, viewer 1690. Never change. Game number 4. Nuggets and Abdullah. Nuggets able to bounce back after his first game loss in 12 or so games, 13 or so games. Abdullah's going to help him 50 this in. Nugget got so far out past the ball. That's something that Abdullah, I think, could be expecting. Would not be the right play from Nugget if he were attacking that ball alone. But he knew Abdullah was going to help guide it to the target. Just barely able to make the save. And actually, because he had such nerves of steel and didn't jump, it enables a counterattack as well immediately. And he took his time, so I'm not sure if it's going to go back and show this shot attempt. But an impressive read of the play that he could get away with staying grounded. Now gets himself a 2-0 lead. Nugget, little camera check, wants the low 50 and is able to muscle it through. Abdullah on the shadow directly behind the ball. Yo, Feer, will you stream the major? Yes, the game plan is to watch party the major. That is the first day because I have a friend's wedding for the weekend. So I will not be able to watch party the rest of it, but I'll be able to watch party tomorrow, which is the best day to watch party if you ask me. Maybe Championship Sunday, but there's going to be a lot going down, a lot of early reads. I did my predictions earlier, and we'll show them on stream today. But man, I feel like there's going to be a lot of close matches. It's not as clear. Oh my goodness, Abdullah ended up saving it himself. He did all that setup just to help pinch it out. Nugget really loves those diagonal flicks. He air rolls back to set up. Abdullah able to make the save to stop the 5-0, but needs to find a bit of offense. Which players are you the most excited to see play in London? I mean, I think the obvious answer is all the top players, from the teams that were also at Copenhagen. But for the sake of the question, seemingly maybe, asking like who we haven't seen before, maybe Twisted Minds. I'm interested to see how Mina 2 can do, because I don't think Rule 1 initially lived up to what Mina 2 can do. Maybe Twisted Minds will. But right now, it's a 5-0 run for Nuggets. First 2 minutes into this game. A demo that is not going to be easy to convert on. As Abdullah tries to fake across the net, and it works out. Got Nugget to back off and allows him to roll this ball up to the near post. You see that turnout midfield. He is prepping for the Abdullah cut. And when it doesn't come, he's just been slightly moved off his position, and that's enough for Abdullah to sneak in. Nuggets. An interesting setup that he seems to lose control of. Abdullah, quick dash onto the side wall. But playing Nuggets game and not doing it as well as the master of speed as he dives in for a very poor challenge. Abdullah had a string of goals earlier in this series off of a few consecutive kickoffs. No reason why you can't find that again this time. Going for the ground double. Nugget went way too far off the ball. I don't think he had to give up possession, but he did with how wide he swung. So Abdullah ends up giving it right back. Nugget trying to switch the field off the back wall. Playing a bit of keep away right now as the game is winding down. Wants to bait Abdullah into playing his scrappy chase the ball type game. And Nugget feels really good, I imagine, about being able to win that game. But ultimately does lose possession. Able to deny Abdullah's first chance on the 50. He's going to reset to his back wall. Does he have the full field dribble? He's going to try and make it happen. A touch high, gets the reset, and places it perfectly bottom right. Nugget has to drop him the nice one. How could you not? Abdullah does indeed have the back wall dribble, and a great flip for the finish here. Far off the ball, able to flip underneath it and touch it with the right side of his car. Tap it bottom right, perfect placement, but a bit slow of an offensive take, which I only mentioned because he's got 4 goals to make up in a minute 10. The next few might have to be a bit quicker. He's got himself a great possession now. Air dribble bump. Interesting. Tried to slow it down maybe while still trying to get the bump, but ultimately he did just save it himself and put it on the backboard. It seemed like he wanted both to stay on the bump but also to slightly adjust the ball a bit higher, and you can't do both. Nuggets now just constantly feathering that rainbow boost and chasing the ball down and letting everything else figure itself out afterwards. Another nice 50 win, boost steal. Thought about maybe some tight angle shot. Gets the demo, 25 seconds left to go. And I think Nugget has done it again. Should be keeping the win streak going. Not the game win streak, as Abdullah is able to get a game off of him, but the series win streak remains alive, and that's the one that really matters. As Nuggets continuing to get win after win after win, we're going to have to see who is going to be able to stop him, if anybody, as Nuggets does not tap this to the ground, but it should hit the ground here. Game 4 goes to Nugget, 3-1. GG's for both these guys for playing. Jeez. Abdullah, I'm proud of you, though. You played better than my last opponents. That's just some trash talk for all his other opponents casually. Another best of 5? Wait, you just want to rip it right now? I don't know if it makes sense to just rip another one right now. No, just for fun? Oh, so he wants to just do it off stream, maybe? If Feer wants. No, he wants to do it on stream. He wants to just rip another best of 5. He says, let me try again. Chat, what do you guys want? We have top 25 to do. We have predictions to do. Run it, please. Yes, we want it. We can maybe still do it all. Run a poll. Do you guys want to run a poll real quick? Another series. What do we do? Another series? Top 25 / predictions now. I think I know what you guys are going to say. Where is the predictions? Or the poll?
Don't waste time on a poll. We want a rematch.
Okay. Okay. All right. Rematch it is. Rematch it is. Chat wants them to go again. Alrighty. We go again. we go again. Let's reset it. Who knows? Maybe we just do it again for the rest of time. Can we do Middle East? Interesting. Nugget trying to intentionally take... do you
Put
want...
rematch on 3x speed, we have enough time.
Put rematch on 3x speed? Abdullah, so sometimes the Middle East players don't want Middle East. Do you want Middle East servers or EU? Sometimes the Middle East players straight up ask for EU servers, even when they're given the option. So I don't want to just go to Middle East. Anything, I don't mind. Okay, Nugget wants Middle East pretty bad. So it's gonna be Middle East. All right, chat. We have to watch some ads and then we'll go.
Fear, can you quack Plaza?
Can you quack Plaza? Cannot quack Plaza. Cannot quack. Khaled said, Fear, can you let me 1v1 some pros show match? Chat, do you guys just want random YouTube chatter Khaled? Keep in mind, this is not Khaled. Presumably. It could be. I haven't double checked. But probably not. He says, can you let me 1v1 some pros show match? Do you guys want that? Pay predictions, let's start a new one. Good call, good call. Choose outcome. Nugget won the first one. Interesting to see how people predict this next one. Thank you for the tier 1, by the way. Arian pays RL for 2 months. Can I quack? Sure, I can quack. Got him. It's like you guys have never been in middle school before. Like, am 9 years old anyway. Is it okay? Oh, no. Chat, he's on YouTube, so he might be able to survive. I don't think they have the Instaban. I think you maybe are allowed to have a YouTube account when you're 9 years old. I don't know, man. I don't know. Twitch would get you. That account would be gone. Daniel, 2RDR's tour. Thank you for the tier 1. What do we think about the new chat? Why does this one not look nearly... Oh, I know why. I know why. Bang, that's better. Stimulus! Thank you for the Prime.
Used.
11 months of Prime from Stimulus. Is it just you doing top 25? It is just me. It is just me. I've picked up some other top 25 lists from around the globe. You guys are going to do a top 25 as well. And so we'll be comparing a few top 25 lists. But yeah, it's not like I have the whole squad that normally does the top 25 lists. You're at work, but you ain't working. Mods, report that to his supervisor. That stash looking thick as ever. Thank you. Middle East servers this time? Yes, yes, yes. Danny Boy, probably. You hard want the 6 to be a B. Danny Boy, thank you for the brand new Prime. Contributing to the Prime till full time. Why am I blue on screen? It's because of this is actually Truffle. So if you guys wanted to see both chats at once, the app that I'm using is called Truffle. And I don't know if we're gonna do it for show matches like this again. Usually it'll just be for streams that are probably like watch parties, so I can watch with both you guys. And I also might take away, and I might even do it right now. I might not let you guys know so that there's no platformism. I know how you guys can be. So if I just take this out, now you guys should not be able to tell who's on what platform. Therefore, you cannot have platformism. Surely you won't be able to tell anyway who's from where. Yo, I am Bardman. Thank you for the Prime for 22 months. Pretty neat. Yeah, I think it is pretty cool. YouTube chatters. See, you guys can't possibly know whether that's a YouTube chatter or not. It's not clear. Like, is a YouTube chatter trying to, trick you guys or what? Abdullah said go EU. Okay, we're going EU. We're going EU. Sorry. We're going EU. Nugget wants EU. I think Abdullah's used to it. I think he plays a ton of EU. I know Nugget wants to do Middle East. I think those servers are less reliable because I've done Middle East matches where they're both playing on EU servers. Chat, here we go again. It's a Nugget versus Abdullah rematch. Nugget is still on his win streak, and Abdullah said one more after getting his first ever loss. He did not like that. He said, run it back. I want to end your streak right here and now, and we'll see if he's able to do it after only being able to take one game from Nuggets. But it's tough to win over extended period of time against anybody. But Nugget doesn't plan on slipping now. He's got himself a 1-0 lead in our new game number 1. Nugget getting a little bit fancy on his wave dash setups. Did I say I am Barman? Thank you for the 22 months. If not, I want to make sure I get that now. Nuggets gonna pop the ball to get the second goal. What did the prediction in chat end up being? 69% have now gone in favor of Nugget after watching him win the first matchup between these two. Abdullah, he has gotten some great fakes, though. He's gotten Nugget on that many times. And a lot of that comes because he's been a very, proven aerial player. His attacks through the air have had a ton of success, and they often result in Nugget dropping a nice one. So that's not going to change here, but this time it's going to be because of a fake. He really brought the YouTube presence here. As I was just saying, the previous match, we had the platform indicators, but now I've been able to find a chat that combined... Nice power shot. Great air roll power shot out of the corner from Abdullah. But I've been able to find a way to combine the chats together for peace and harmony, and now with no indicators, so you'll never know. Although, just to give you guys a little bit of a hint, you cannot have a space in your name on Twitch. So there's lots of space in their name chatters on YouTube. Why I let you know that, I don't know. But I'm sure you guys can just tell by looking at your Twitch chat and noticing some of the chats are missing that are showing up on the overlay. Nuggets trying to get back out around this ball. Should be able to get the boost steal. Abdullah just going to clear. That was so courteous of you, Nugget. Nugget driving over the midfield boost obviously should take it and prevent Abdullah from getting 100. But he double jumps over the top of it, allows Abdullah to get the 100, and it was all part of his mind games. He knew that Abdullah would leave the play. If he stole the 100 from him, he would have backed off. That's not what Nugget wanted. Nugget wanted him to try and stay in the play so that he could be his expert keep away self and eventually get his goal. Now, I don't think that's actually what happened. Surely Nugget was maybe trying to dodge a demo or something and meant to still grab the boost, but it worked out for him either way. This flick from Nuggets is filthy. And of course, it's going to garner comparisons to Moxie's flick. He doesn't really set it up the same way. There's much more of an air roll and lean to go 90 degrees before flicking it, but man, does it come flying out with power. Nugget can't force this kickoff, though, on 0 boost, and then Feel's backflip allows Abdullah the long shot. When do we get another Zen matchup? It'll just depend when Zen is interested in ones again. I have a feeling that after this major, I believe that Esports World Cup is in between it, which will include 1v1 games. I have a feeling that we'll see some people rejoin the one scene that maybe have been gone for a while. It's usually how it goes. Maybe they'll just say screw it and wait around and just try and win their ones games with very little prep. Because to be fair, there have been players who have had decent success with that as well. We'll have to see. This matchup is pretty good. It's a fairly even matchup, and it's a very fast-paced matchup. That's why I didn't really have any issues with running it again. I feel like it's a pretty entertaining matchup between these two. As Abdullah and Nugget hug at the midfield after Nugget takes the lead. Abdullah baiting him into giving the ball away, and now take it to the air where he seems to have the edge over Nugget. Nugget grabbing all the boosts on the map. He stars Abdullah out, but didn't get enough power on that flick. Too soft. Abdullah handles it. Nugget got to the corner too quickly, but is able to rotate back down and get a boost steal, but still it doesn't work out. Would have been much better to arrive there right as it respawned. Instead, he played too fast for his own good and allowed Abdullah a challenge and then a midfield demo because of it. Nugget was turning in field. He was trying to catch a demo as well. It'll be Abdullah who wins. See, the thing is, you don't ever know which chatter is which. Like the guy who spammed 30 YouTube logos, that could have been anybody. Abdullah, what a shot off the ceiling. Although it ultimately gets read and saved, and the problem with a shot that separates you from the ball as heavily as that one does, it needs to be quality. Otherwise, you're getting yourself counterattacked. Oh, the Twitch chatters have found their clapback Twitch logo. Abdullah taking to the ground. Even though he's not able to win it out for the shots, he allows himself the quick recovery to disallow any follow-up from Nugget. I can't find anyone with spaces in their names. Well, then it must just be a harmonious chat in which everybody loves one another. Don't look too into very much of that guy who just typed with a space in his name and put 2 YouTube logos in. Trust me, we're all one and the same. Abdullah, a great chance here. Actually has Nugget on low boost. Touch to the back wall. He needs this goal. Gets the reset. Nugget forces him in at the pool shot save. And you can see the camera reverse cam spam from Abdullah, who thought he had a chance to tie it up. He asked for the rematch, but the rematch starts in favor of Nuggets. Hey, Feer, if you had to pick one, who do you think is the #1 1v1 player in the world? As Nugget's going to take this to the back corner off the half flip kickoff from Abdullah. Can he match him in aerial prowess? This is not the full field setup that's going to work. Abdullah showed him how to do it earlier. And now we'll show him how to counterattack when the full field attack isn't good enough. I think a lot of people have Rawas probably. Nupo, I think, is up there. Daniel kind of expired from being one. He was one back, over 6 months ago, but hasn't played in 6 months. I think for a long time, the trio of best players had been, or the not even a trio, it was more of a quad. It was Rawas, Daniel, Moxie, and Zen. Still represent probably some of the top players. You could maybe trade Zen out for Nupo, because Zen hasn't really had, I think, that same success. But it might be better to just add Nupo in instead of taking Zen out. Reset shot from Nuggets, make it 2-1. I think that, most of chat is saying Rawas. I think if you were to predict a tournament right now, Rawas is probably your safest bet. He probably gets the, worst odds, or I guess best odds to win. Nugget double resets. Abdullah actually has the save. positioned himself perfectly. But I think there's going to be very similarly solid odds for Daniel, Moxie, Zen, Nupo to win as well. Great flick from Nugget. Bacchus, he knows his 1v1. He's saying he'd back Nupo. Love these air roll lean back flicks. Rawasi even over Moxie. You know, it's tough. The Moxie that won Salt Mine 1, or sorry, Salt Mine 3, Chapter 1, what was it called? Split 1, Event 1, Salt Mine 3-1, Point 1. Stage. Thank you. Stage 1. Salt Mine 3, Stage 1. That one was dominated by Moxie and First Killer, as I remember it. But Moxie specifically looked insane. I mean, that was one of the best wins. You know, it was a long time coming too. There hadn't been a tournament like that in a long time. Of course, he wasn't able to follow it up in stage 2 and 3, so you got to give Nas his credit. But yeah, that stage 1 win, when I think Moxie was most locked in. Maybe we would see that again if another tournament were to be held. But I don't know if Moxie is on the grind right now. I think he might even have some school stuff going on, because I've been asking him about potential matches here and there. So we have to wait till he's fully prepped and ready to go. Hey Fear, my parents have not been born yet, but I'm pretty mechy and would like to extend an invitation to participate in a show match. You would definitely be the youngest person we've ever had in a show match. That would beat out 13, or it would beat out 12, I think. Fast might maybe played when he was 12. Negative 30 or so would definitely be the youngest. Abdullah, what a close save. My goodness, Abdullah. Puts the ball perfectly onto the crossbar as it bounces up, back up high, so his in and out save can get powerfully cleared despite not having much boost. I mean, that was an expert defensive sequence from Abdullah, and now he's forcing Nugget to make a save off the backboard, but he does. Nuggets, he wants you to try and take the ball away from him. He wants you to believe that he's not all over the play. He is just too good at staying on the ball and will surprise you. Has himself a 2-goal lead now. Do you like pineapple? I feel like this is a bait because it's such a random question. But since I know my chat is always nice to me and never trying to trick me, yeah, pineapple's good. Delay kickoff from Abdullah. Wall to air dribble. He's had a decent amount of success here in the past, and a late flip will get him a goal. Nuggets just has not been able to figure it out. I mean, Abdullah has such good fakes as well, which is why you see Nuggets not really committing on this take, because past couple times he gets faked, Abdullah goes low, so Nugget decides to adjust, and Abdullah is just perfect at reading him as well. This time the setup not nearly as solid. It's too near post, so it doesn't threaten as much as it could. Nugget just diving to stay on the ball. Shouldn't be too surprising here. Looking like he's trying to make something out of truly nothing, but he always ends up just keeping the possession going and eventually finding his goal. And this is a nice flip to kind of roll the ball into the top right. Not often do you see finishes like this where you don't really shoot the ball. You just kind of become a platform almost to keep it up as he carries it in to the top right through the roll. Seven 4. Abdullah, he's the one who wanted a rematch, wanted his second chance. Second chance maybe isn't going to plan, as Nugget just keeps running it up. He's going to make it 8-4. Wow, what a flick from Nuggets. It is really hard to collect the ball and launch it with that kind of power. But Nugget is almost losing the ball off the top of his car. But rolls through the flip and gets all the power to make it 5-goal lead. A minute 20. Nugget, another kickoff win. He just seems to be dominating the matchup now. Nugget able to undercut Abdullah there to prevent the counterattack goal. Nugget just wasting time. Right now he doesn't even need to fully stop Abdullah, just needs to make him take 20 or so seconds to eventually get his goal, and that's good enough. Abdullah set up in field and has his 6th. We haven't really seen a huge blowout in any game just yet. Abdullah was threatening one. Nugget found his way back. We're looking at the same thing again here with 40 seconds left to go. Do a little fake infield like he's going to go on the ball. Nugget actually leaves the play, a rarity. Now Abdullah, if he didn't like his setup, he might have gone up over the top of it because he heard Nugget coming to challenge. But Nugget was faking that challenge. Abdullah had just taken his wall to air dribble that he's normally used to. He got undercut on the ball. Tried his best to use his flip to keep himself from flying way out of the play, but doesn't matter. Still out of it. 9-6. Maybe a goal here or there, but it's going to be a Nuggets game. I guess what would this be? Game 6? A Game 6 win. He has only dropped 1 game so far to Abdullah in their 2 series so far, and seems like he's wanting to get back on track with the sweeps. Nugget might be top 5 luckiest players you've seen in this game. A lot of people have been talking about Nuggets, and some people will say he's lucky, as one chatter just said. Might be top 5 luckiest players he's seen in this game. A lot of people have been saying that his opponents specifically seem to choke in their matches when they play against him, or they play not to their best ability. That's the only reason why Nugget was able to get the win. Just know that all the people who are putting their channel points on Nuggets and not playing into that copium are coming away much, much richer. It's very clear that Nugget is playing a solid ones game right now. And he's especially good at taking the opponent out of their game and forcing him to play a scrappy game that Nugget comes out on top of. And this time he reads the challenge from Abdullah. Abdullah even drops him the nice one and taps it up over the top of him. And soft touch for the double to make it 2-0. Actually, the luckiest players are the viewers who are fortunate to spectate such a marvelous match. Chat, why not? Twitch chat specifically, how come you guys never say that? That was an obvious YouTube chatter because he was so nice to me. Why don't you guys take a few lessons from the YouTube chat? Abdullah with another fake. Because YouTube chat doesn't know old Feer. I guess the YouTube streams haven't been around that long. Yo, Vex7. Thank you for the raid. Huge raid, W raid in the chat. As Nugget makes it 3-1. Abdullah gonna make it a 3-2 game as he manages to keep himself in this one when it seems like Nugget is once again gonna pull away. It's a late kickoff for Abdullah. He's gonna have to back off. Nuggets. High setup. Reset. Soft flick. Abdullah, though, didn't get the kind of momentum save he would have wanted. He had to get pinned in place. So no follow-up afterwards. Nugget missed that midfield. He's going to have to continue to chase this ball down to not have it be essentially an own goal. When it comes to Nugget and chasing, he always seems to come out better because of it. Right now, he has been all over the ball, all the way down to the last bit of boost. Forcing Abdullah onto the post with this save, and Abdullah fortunate to grab the demo, and the bounce is not on target, so a bit of space. Nugget wants to cut that space off right away, but you know, Nugget's doing a great job of throwing in fake challenges as well. Like here, he fake dives into the corner. Abdullah, who's now been trained to try and beat someone who relentlessly attacks the ball, chips it off the side wall with pace, hoping to punish a diving Nugget, but Nugget is throwing in the occasional fake to make sure Abdullah has to keep guessing. And it was an interesting ground pinch shot there, but it did get stopped. So Nugget only with a 1-goal lead. Abdullah from the ceiling. Ground pinch? No. Ball floats on target and gets handled by Nugget. Nugget watching Abdullah, knows he's playing on low boost. Saw that spawn. Bottom right corner of his screen. Right as he started this setup. Knows again that Abdullah is playing on very little and just waits to bait him out for the challenge. And follows up off the backboard. A masterful play from Nuggets to feel confident with that control. Abdullah has to just drop him the nice one. How many wins is Nugget on? I think this will be his 6th series win. Although it would be 2 in a row against Abdullah, which is not very common. Ooh, nice flick. Nugget seeing Abdullah back off. Brings us down for a carry. Is trying to pin it top shelf to force Abdullah in the air, but went too high. Nugget missed the corner of his steal. Might not matter though, as he's able to keep Abdullah pinned back. And it is a reset 50 going low after Abdullah react to the play. Went high. 1:11 left to go. Nugget has controlled this entire second series. And despite the fact Abdullah was able to take a game, it's looking like it might be 6-1 when it's all said and done in favor of Nugget. A demo off the kickoff is going to give Nugget first possession. And his setup was not on target, and he's still able to make something out of it. This really cannot be going Nugget's way if Abdullah wants to be getting a win. He set up this ball, and it fell off of his car to the point where any flick would have just gone to the corner anyways. Very non-threatening position. One that should not result in a follow-up goal. While Abdullah missed his backboard touch. Allowed Nugget to score anyways. Nugget bringing the ball to a complete stop. But Abdullah able to dodge the bump. So gets a possession, but nothing really comes of it. And now Nuggets is trying his best to go insane on the ball, booming it away, wave dashing on the ceiling to get extra pace. And it seems like Abdullah's going to fall victim to playing Nuggets game again. Nugget full field pinch. It's just a pass. What will Abdullah give us for the road? He has been pretty impressive in the air, but he has not found any offense as of late. What a flick. Nugget can do that anywhere. He got Abdullah to own goal it. But I love this setup. And because it's kind of like a single jump into flick, there's no position he can't do it from. He can set him up in the air as well. That's what I was talking about in terms of the difference between, you know, that and the Moxie flick that he likes to set up. Moxie kind kind of needs to get it going off the ground. It's all a ground to set up. Nugget, it's such a delayed pop, and he's so good at getting it even when he's high in the air. A solid performance from Nuggets. And he has maybe made Abdullah wish he didn't ask for the rematch. 3-0 sweep the second time around. Why did he get suspended? He was banned for trying to snipe a team by losing intentionally. Match fixing. Now, that being said, there are people who think that he shouldn't have even been banned because it was the best play for his team. We've talked about it a bunch. It was a mistake. And he got his ban. He'll serve his ban. And then he'll be back. And I think everything was handled correctly. Nugget or Abdullah? Nuggets. Nugget got banned for trying to play. Or not for trying to play. He played in the SSA RLCS. And then his team was fully banned after admins decided they were losing intentionally to try and play another team in the quarterfinal round. All right, chat. Are you guys ready for the second phase of today? Which is going to involve some talk about the RLCS Major. Phase 2. You guys are going to be able to... 35 stream streak, the Lifeless Nerd. London Major, let's go. London Major, indeed. We are going to have you guys pick your top 25. And then we're going to have... then we're going to reveal my top 25 and a few other top 25s. We're going to have it be a mystery. And you're going to be able to guess at the end. Well, first off, probably rank which ones are the best. And then you can guess which one's mine versus where I got the other lists from. I'm not ready. Can you give me 10 minutes? No, I cannot. I can give you a couple minutes. A couple minutes while I set this all up. I was thinking about having YouTube chat and Twitch chat do their own, but I think that's too hard. I think you guys are just going to be combined into one chat as we continue to try and keep the peace between the two of you. As you guys both make one list, top 25 list, and then we'll compare it to the ones I have, as well as the one you made. Quack. Ooh, I just realized I didn't do some prep that I needed to do before the stream started. It's because the show match happened a bit quickly. So, how are you guys' day going while I set this all up? I need to get a list of all the names of the people playing in the major. So that you guys can pick from them. So that'll take a bit while I do that. Tough. Wouldn't say that cheating. Sounds like they were being smart. Sounds kind of whack. The problem with that is like you can't really allow under any circumstances anybody losing intentionally for a bunch of reasons. Competitive integrity. I'll agree that the format is bad. The format should not be set up in a way that it makes sense or like there's ever a potential incentive for someone to just not try and win. That was poorly designed. But at the end of the day, you have to just give it your all in any events you're playing in. All right. Surely this is not gonna take me too long. Chat, what's your first round matchup you're most excited for tomorrow? It also starts so early. I don't know if you guys know. If you haven't looked, it starts at 6 a.m. my time. 6 a.m. So I'll probably try and be live 5 a.m. my time so we can hang out a little bit, watch the pre-show, etc. But it starts so early. It's insane. What is that for normal EU people? It's like 2 p.m. British summertime or something like that. I think that's what they announced it in because that's where it's being held. Yo, Z-Step with a VIP coin flip. Okay, chat, if you guys have never seen a VIP coin flip before, ZStap has just offered up 125,000 channel points. Why? Because he wants to risk it all at getting a half-price VIP. If he does not succeed, not only does he not get VIP, he is banned. So, we need to set the mood. We need to set the mood. ZStap 26. What's it gonna be? Are we looking for a heads or a tails? How long is the ban? Forever 2 weeks. He wants heads. Chat, ZStap is looking for heads. Is that your final answer? I'm definitely not just stalling because I'm trying to prep your guys' top 25 ranking. He says heads again. Double heads. So it must indeed be his final answer. Continue to distract yourselves. Okay, I think I have it set up. Coin flip. ZStap's life is on the line. He has selected heads. If we see heads, we have a new VIP in the chat. You said tails, Mr. Eamon, but it doesn't matter what you say. It's about what ZStap wants. And last I checked, he said heads twice. So we're looking for heads. Do we have a new VIP? Are we saying goodbye to ZStap? It's heads! ZStap 26. Welcome to the VIPs. Congratulations. Show off your pink diamond. I think there's a new song that I got as well. Where is the new song? It's a potentially dance party to celebrate your win. All right, chat. Are you guys ready to do your top 25? Alrighty, chats. The way this is gonna work is you guys are gonna pick the best player that is available in the list. You guys are picking the best player that is available in this list. And we will slowly take players out of the list. And do not worry that it looks like I have apparently Jack already rated, because he just has a long name. So I was just testing the size. All right, let's see how we move this slightly. Okay, you guys need the pull if you want to be able to be involved. So both chats should have been given the poll just now. And we should be watching the live results. Yes, we do have live results. So certainly someone is about to start voting. Chat, you're voting for your best player in this list. And as you can see, your list is over there on the far right side of the screen. Let me refresh this here. Okay, there are votes. They just weren't coming in live for whatever reason. Do you know why Johnny and them didn't do this? It's probably just it's tough to like schedule it all. It's not easy to schedule it. There is the link to vote again. Try and make sure I give it to both chats. My new cool chat tool does not do a good job of making it easy to send messages to both chats, though. Jack position leak? Yeah, I can take Jack off. I think it should work. It shouldn't get too messed up. He just has the longest name. If you're ever testing a long name, you test it with Jack. Okay. I don't know why live results aren't working. Maybe I just have to click this. I feel like it's already green, which makes me think it's already showing me live results. But it only updates when I hit refresh. But you guys clearly want Zen number 1. So you guys were willing to scroll all the way down to the bottom, which is a good sign going forward for actually picking the right players. Pick the best player. I don't know why it's complaining about the title. All right, chat. New poll. New poll. No, we want Rawas number 1. Rawas boy in chat wants Rawas to be number 1. Interesting. I don't know if I could have possibly guessed that. You forgot to put Nugget in the list. He is the best player. He is not at the major. It is only major players. I went through in Wikipedia just now and listed out every single major player, so it should be all of them. Why can't I vote for Fatira number 1? Wait, chat. Has nobody told him? Has nobody told him? Okay, you guys actually had the strength not to put a Mina player number 1. You actually had the strength, which, you know, I guess I have to commend you for. Normally, this chat is just insta Mina. But it looks like Rawas is only going to be the second best player at the major. Is there a way to say... Okay. I don't know why it keeps doing that to me. I feel like it didn't used to do that in the past. Forcing me to retype the title. You're feeling like Drowley is about to be underrated? Well, maybe saying that out loud has already worked to make him not underrated. Did you ever think about that? SMW is going to go underrated? He might. He might. It really just depends. How well you have Twisted Minds doing. I did my predictions and then I double checked to make sure that nothing was too crazy wrong. And considering chat's predictions are always to have Falcons winning, it's not terribly surprising that they're just going to go TRK here next. Although I would say if you're putting 2 players from the same team, the top 3, that team is probably winning the event. But I guess it just really depends where you guys end up putting not TRK, Killiers. Maybe you don't have Killiers on your list. And I guess maybe that could change things. You think VK Salen is going to get overrated? No. VK Salen will not be getting rated. How did Abdullah versus Evo end? That's a YouTube video. You can go check that out. That's also a while ago. Who is Finn? He's a Mina, or not a Mina, an OCE RLCS player. I believe Finn is on Chiefs. Okay, this one's actually debatable. I wish the live results thing was like actually live. Last time we did this, it was. Maybe if I just hit that X, maybe that's all I needed to do. Can we get links? Did the YouTube not get the link? You should have this link. It's actually the message right before yours. Surely there's a better site for this. This site is actually pretty good. Normally this site, you guys, if you guys seriously ever watched TRK Killiers as 2, 3, 4, I mean, that means the Falcons are so good. The Falcons like 4-0 their way to winning the weekend. Falcons sweep. Everyone here on Mina Boys, that's why. Rewas, TRK, I mean, I guess it might be Killiers. Can anybody save the Falcons stands from themselves? Okay, I guess it's Killiers. I've been refreshing, waiting for another Drally or boat or two, but there's always another Killiers one. And we got 25 people to rate, so we can't afford to sit here and fix this for you guys. Just know you have to live with yourself. All right, Killiers should be out of it now. You guys clearly have the Falcons winning. You're not even from Mina, but holy, Falcons are insane. Drally won the last one. I mean, maybe when you guys refreshed, but I didn't wait long enough. Drally's probably going to win this one. It was actually Drally, Monkey Moon were pretty close. Chat is not G2 believers, at least not yet. A couple beast mode votes showing up. But seems clear you guys are going Drally. You're an exotic stand now? You're an exotic stand because of the 2v2 tournament? I think a lot of people are bigger believers now for sure. Can we do chat major predictions? Yeah, we're gonna do chat major predictions. I'll show you my major predictions. First, we're gonna do top 25. We'll see how long this all takes. I'm hoping we can go a bit quicker. I might just start trying to go faster on your guys' top 25. You guys have Monkey Moon. That's fine. That seems like a decent pick. We won't make you wait any longer. Doing all 25 maybe is a mistake in retrospect. But we're cruising. We're cruising. We got 6 down. TRK over Rawas. I think TRK over Rawas is not like a terribly unpopular position necessarily. Beta will have first seed out in quarters and second out in Swiss, like usual. You act like there's been one major. Are you just saying it's going to go like how it did last time? People getting votes right now: SMW, Seiko, Oski, Atomic, Jack, Joyo, Exotic, Redosin, Juicy, First Killer, Ahmad, Yan, Daniel, and Beast Mode. But it's looking like beast mode. NA on the board. As high as number 7. They should count themselves lucky. This chat is so Mina bias. Was there a Mina versus Mina show match? There was a Mina player in this show match, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there is a Mina player or not. They would still do this. The chat is EU Mina. It seems to be not NA, despite the fact that I'm NA. It is 5 p.m. Eastern, so there is a chance for the NA people to defend themselves. All right. Ooh, I thought it was going to be Yan the Man, but it might be Daniel. All right, it's clear. We're just going to put both these guys down for the next 1-2 because nobody else is getting anywhere near enough votes. We'll let this go a minute. No beast mode on the list. He's already been picked. Wait, did I not? Here, let me. There we go. He should show up now. You guys you picked him last round. Okay, we'll go Daniel and then Yan. We'll just do both of these. No reason to make you guys vote twice for what is clearly a Daniel then Yan next 2 votes. And because we need to save as much time as possible. Yan is not capital? I don't think so. I don't think Yan ever capitalizes his name. I think he's a lowercase guy. Vatira changed his name. I can't tell if people are joking or if they're actually, confused at why Vatira's not on here. But this is just major players. This is just major players. Juicy did win a MVP, but again, it doesn't look like no one would have had him as MVP coming into the last major, and it looks like the same way again. If he does it again, then it's time to really just say, okay, lands are just different things. Like online and LAN are just different things, and clearly, Juicy's just insane at LAN. But it looks like chat's going exotic. There's a few people behind him with some tied votes. But chat wants exotic in there now at number 10. A good shout. Could be because we mentioned exotic out loud. But it's not a bad pick, so could have just been what people were going to pick anyways. We have plenty of examples of players being different in both directions as far as LAN and online. Yeah, for sure. Joyo is coming in London. Joyo with a London bounce back. I'm going to be honest, chat. I think Joyo, I watched a lot of Oxygen. Maybe all of Oxygen, you could say, in this second split. At least all of their Swiss. And I'm not sure I would rate Joyo as the best Oxygen player. Yo, RL Duels, thank you for the raid. RL Duels, were you just having a 1v1 showmanship? What was going on in your 1v1 showmanship? All right, you guys want Joyo. Right now, we are rating top 25 major players. We're picking up the slack of Johnny, T-Bates, Dazarin, Yummy Cheeseman, CJ, who didn't do it. Tempo versus Skippy, then Spider versus the winner. Skippy's NA, Tempo's EU. How'd that go? I would guess Tempo won both. That's my guess. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Chat is ready to put another North American on. First killer. Ahmad. Itachi getting some votes. LJ getting some votes. Top 100 ping on EU for Skippy. Hey, not impossible. Players have gotten wins. All right, chat wants first killer. Just about halfway through, chat. I wonder if there's a way to have chat go like rank a bunch of players or something in a collective way instead of doing them one by one. That would in theory be a better site. But as far as poll sites, this is usually not a bad one. Ahmad is not top 25 ever. I am not trying to influence too much. Why'd you have to remind me that we didn't get a player ranking stream? Game really must be dying. I think they're just busy. I don't think it has anything to do with game dying. They've missed player ranking streams before. Do you think chat just votes for players they recognize instead of good players? Usually those kind of correlate. But man, is chat Mina biased? Are you guys gonna end up rating? I shouldn't say too much, but it really does seem like every single Mina player might show up in this top 25. We have gotten 4 out of the 6, and we're only at 13. I mean, I watch Mina streams, and they're less Mina biased. Like they have some slight Mina bias, but for what it's worth, any Falcons player could be top 4. But the throw is that we've put all 3 there. Yeah. Yes, that's true. Corapolonization does not equal closetization. So true. So true, Prison Mike. Now that you say it that way, it's clear. Actually, you're from Mina? I have a feeling that a lot of chat is. Venom's just so much better than all of Gentlemate's Vitality, most of Oxygen, KC, and most of Sam combined. Wow. It's Venom's #1 fan in chat. Itachi. Oh, we're getting spread out now. Finally, chat doesn't really know. I'm going to go ahead and just give Itachi the victory royale here. With only 8 votes, but chat doesn't know where they want to go now. Some LJs, some Oskies. Who won the Nugget one? Nugget won twice. No VK Salen in top 10. I hate how high the AI has Mobula rated. The Halfway Dead AI has Mobula like probably getting a series win or something, which is tough. Okay, people where LJ was in second, but then everyone thought, wait a second, there's more Mina players to vote for. All right, if you guys tie here in 5 seconds, then we'll just put them both down. And I'm going to save you guys slightly by putting Alpha 54 down first and then SMW. Mobula definitely can beat Chiefs and Gladiators, but we don't want him to. This is really unfair. I would say the only way that this is unfair is that it gives a bit of a priority to people who have names that are early in the alphabet, because you can see their names first. According to this ranking, Zen's going to carry harder than he ever has. I mean, to be fair, they could have Vitality finishing low. It's funny because in practice, you'll never see players that separated from each other, because whenever a team does well, all the players just shift up. Even if Zen were to crazy carry all the way to a championship, like, people would just inevitably put Alpha and Radosin higher. They wouldn't put them very low. So you already know it's a weird list if one player's too far separated from everybody else. Okay, we're gonna go LJ. LJ is next up. Is his name really LJ period? That's what his name is listed as on Wikipedia. Interesting. Zen would need to drop 3 goals a game to overcome Vitality not making top 4 and still being the best player at LAN. Yeah, they need to be like at least top 4. Feer, are you revealing yours? Yes, I have mine, and I have a couple sources from some other places. So we're going to hopefully do it in a fun way where we'll compare your guys's to the few other places that I got lists from, which were also mine. And we'll vote on the worst list. Oh, you guys might be making it right now. I'm not going to lie to you. And then we'll maybe vote on the best list. And I tell you what, chat is normally kind of smart, but... All right, you guys are going Mawson. Should we just go Oski next? We're going to go Oski next, save some time. He's got a lot of votes. No one else is really close to them too. This chat is a lost cause. I see that people are trying to strategize in chat by telling each other who to go to next. They might have had some success because I saw someone say Oski next and then Oski got a good amount of votes. So maybe you're just not, advocating for your player enough. KSA took the Gamers8 budget and put it directly into Mina Fear chat voters. This list is not updating on the screen. Oh, sorry. I haven't. There you go. I just need to save it. So you just need to remind me. Let's see. Can I make it slightly? Wait, it's live updating, chat. Look, it finally is. I think. Yeah, look at it go.
Keep up the grind.
Yo, Biggie Smalls 90. Thank you for the tier 1 for 34 months. You keep up the grind, man. Huge support. Appreciate that. You just keep grinding away those subs. Yeah, hopefully one day we go full time. I think it's not impossible. Okay, are those slightly easier to read with a little black outline? Atomic. Atomic is going next. Should we just... we'll just do Atomic. Fear versus Johnny Boy 1v1 fist fight. Chat, did you guys see on the Reddit? It said, surely we're gonna have Fear versus Johnny live at the London Major. Like, surely that's how it ends up happening, right? And the answer is no, unfortunately. And also, some guy got downvoted a ton, but I kind of agreed with him. But Reddit is just like too Fear and Johnny pilled. But someone was like, guys, no one cares about Fear versus Johnny on a macro RLCS type level. Like, you guys are all in your own heads. And that person got downvoted. That person got downvoted. Which is just so actually correct. Alright, looking like chat might be set on Juicy than Jack. But there's enough votes for the people right behind Juicy that I'll run another one. You'll downvote you? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. This chat does not know ball. How is your boy Seiko there? I did my best not to influence too much. If Feer was there, he'd be number 2. Did you guys see there was like a graph that showed goals for and goals against and like showed the teams for EU and NA when in the online era? It was kind of interesting. But it had KC as one of the clear best teams in EU. It's just kind of weird how like one choke, I guess, screwed them over. All right, we're gonna go Jack and then Seiko. You guys seem to be pretty set on apparently Jack and Seiko as your next 2. In fact, they're even tied. Redosin underrated? Not in this world where chat has Zen going off for 5 goals a game and winning the major with both Alpha 54 and Redosin finishing with under 100 points a game. Rawas is the best. Yes, you guys actually somehow didn't vote Rawas number 1. Fear, if watching games increases game sense, would you say that you're better than Zen now? No, because Zen watches his own games and and therefore has even better game sense. So yeah, that's the only reason why. I think it's kind of weird that you're making it spindle like that. Won't happen, not gonna lie. Sound, not spindle? What? Oh, weird that you're making it sound like it won't happen. Listen, you guys will become geniuses. All right, you got Redosin at number 24. And maybe Drafinho. I don't know. We'll see. It's not really close enough. Could be Archie. Could be Chronic. This is certainly a list of 25 players. I'll tell you that much. There's one thing that nobody could take away from you guys. And that's that this is a list that has 25 players on it. Update the list. Sorry. I keep forgetting to save it. This is your last pick, chat. Who's your number 25? If Nupa played, he'd be the best. Where's your list? You'll see, you'll see, you'll see. We'll look at my list, your guys' list, and a few other lists. And then we'll decide at the end who's his best before I reveal where each list came from. The only thing that chat got was 25 players on the list. You didn't vote once? I just complained in chat the whole time. Well, you did it right then. You did it perfect. Hey, Rusha. Chat lost before seeing any other list. Well, just wait. Just wait. You never know. I might have pulled some questionable lists. You don't know who I asked to do this. Okay, you guys have Drafinho as your final member on the list. And let me tell you what. One thing is certain about your list, and that it is very Mina biased. T-Bates' list could be worse if he had a list. This is maybe more biased than any list I've ever seen. Okay, now I need to get your guys' list in with the other lists. How many times can I say lists? Okay. Let me quickly get your guys' list in. Everyone, talk about what you ate for lunch today. In the meantime, while you watch some ads as well. Chicken beef patty. All Falcons top 4. Yes, it is insane. I don't think you guys will win the best list, even with yourselves voting for it. Think about that. You guys get to vote for your own list, and yet I'm still pretty sure you won't. That's how bad your list is. Can you believe that? Okay, I think I have all of the lists. What are you guys looking at right now? You're gonna look at my beautiful face. Rawasboy is a YouTube chatter. Is he? I think Rawasboy is no. He's a Twitch chatter. You gotta accept it. You gotta own your own. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I need to set it up. What scene was I gonna do it in? I think I was gonna do it in this scene. Okay. All right. Thanks for bearing with me, chat. Okay. I believe we're ready to reveal the lists. So here is your guys's list over here on the right. We're going to give it its color coding. And we're going to move over to right here. Your guys' list on the right, we have list A, B, C, and D. And I will not tell you until later where each list came from. First, let's do some color coding. EU is of course blue. Monkey Moon is EU. Exotic is EU. Joyo is EU. Itachi is EU. Alpha 54 is EU. Oski is EU. Juicy is EU. And Seiko and Redosin are EU. Jerfinho is Sam. We can do a bit. Oh, you guys can't see it. Can't see number 25. Here you go. No, you can't. Do we have any other Sam players? We have Yan. Yan the man. Then we got NA. NA players. Jack, Atomic, LJ, First Killer, Daniel, Beast Mode, and that's it. Now, the 6 remaining players, they all got rated. It's gonna be a Mina pop-off at the major if you ask this chat. Mina, 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 Mina. Wow. Quite the list. Quite the list. Why did you let us cook? I did not. I did not let you guys cook. Okay. It took us a bit to get set up. I tried to do it as quick as I could, but we are now ready to reveal one of these lists, A, B, C, or D, is my list. The other ones are sourced from other locations, only to be revealed once we have announced who has won. Basically, who you guys have, who after you guys have picked which list is best, etc. So starting with number 25, you guys had Drafinho. List A has Chronic, and a couple of the lists have Drafinho. So wait a second, chat. Maybe you guys didn't choke as much as you thought. A Nolly appearance in list D and a Chronic appearance. You guys did not rate Chronic at all. Chronic showing up at number 25 on list number A, but nothing too crazy yet. This chat choked. Hey, you guys, early predictions. Which list is best? You could probably already get a read, right? You probably already know which list you like the most after just one line revealing. Next, at number 24, list A has Yan, and you look at this. You guys matched list B. Radosin at number 24, Jack at number 24, and Chronic at number 24 on list D. Is one of the lists from Odami? No, because we haven't seen Dark rated yet. So clearly no Odami doing a list. A is trash. B is chat. No, no, the one that says chat is chat. Oh, hopefully that's clear. The one that's already revealed that you guys already picked. Oh, I get what you're saying. B is match chat so far. B is the YouTube list. We shall see. We shall see. Chat list is best so far. Yan way too low in list A. You guys had Yan all the way up at 9. For number 23, Nolly on list A. Archie on list number 23. Ooh, you know what? I actually need to double check that I didn't do something incorrect here. There's a chance that I could have choked something. We'll have to see. No, looks like I did not choke. Looks like no chokes, naturally. Don't know why I second guessed myself for a second. All right. Chronic and Calm. Calm appearance. Calm, Nolly, nobody. You guys didn't rate anybody from OG. Where is OG finishing, chat? Where do you guys have OG finishing? We'll get to find out in a bit. Atto not on the list. Atto not at the major. 16th. Top 12. 1 through 4. Second or third? Or no, 2 and 3. No, I get what you're saying. They're going to go 2-3 in the 2-3 round. Yeah, I think that's probably where I have them as well. I did my predictions earlier. Right. Number 22 for list A is Oski. Chronic has, I think, shown up on every list except your guys's. You guys are not Chronic believers. Joyo at number 22 and Radosin at number 22. List 2 is biased. We have list A, B, C, and D, just to be clear. But let's go all the way to 20 here. We'll do 2 at a time. We'll look at the bottom 5, and then we'll try and decide who has the best list so far. I'll even let you guys pick. We got list A has 21 Radosin and then 20 Clears. You guys must be appalled. I'm sure capital D colon's in the chat to see your goat so low. Apparently Jack coming in at number 20. Lost at number 21. You guys did not rate Lost at all. First Lost appearance on any list. Juicy showing up on 2 different lists. The previous major MVP obviously falling off a little bit in some of these people's mind. You guys had him falling off as well. But okay. We're gonna ask you guys which list is best so far. You guys, of course, get to see your entire list, so it might hurt your chances here a little bit. A, B, C, D, or chat. Who do you guys have? I need to move this to the top here. Who's got the best list so far? A, B, C, or D, or chat. if you're just, you know, not very smart. Keep in mind, one of these lists are mine. One of these lists are mine. You guys seem to think that B has the best list so far. And that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. B is Fear's list, but C is better. Okay, you guys have B as the better list so far. But C is a better list. Squixel says B thinks that you think mine is B. Now that you've guessed who's mine, feel free to throw out some guesses. Or sorry, which one's best? You guys said B so far. Should we just do 5 at a time? I don't know if it makes sense to go... we'll go a little bit slow. Juicy showing up at 19 for 2 different lists. Whoa! And I just revealed the next line, so I guess we're... I guess we're showing that line as well. Because I accidentally did that. LJ at number 19, number 18 in list A and B. Lost again showing up. You guys didn't have Lost listed at all. And we'll, of course, reveal these 2 as well, since we did it on accident. Exotic, fairly lowly rated on list C compared to where you guys have him. Archie, is that his first time showing up? No, he showed up on list B at number 23. Archie showing up at 18 on list D. Well, if that's the NA list then. Which list is the NA list? C is teammates. You're 100% convinced Fear is B. Interesting. C is not Johnny's lists. Guys, I didn't grab these lists necessarily from, you know, Johnny, Dazarin, T-Bates, etc. The guys who normally do lists. I just found lists where I could, got lists where I could from who I could. And that is where we sourced them all. So don't think it's like one of them is Johnny's, one of them is T-Bates, one of them is Dazarin, etc. If Fear is B, he has not failed us. Fear has to be B. If he's not, I'm unsubbing. Okay. All right. I hope I did list B. But we'll reveal. How about another 2 lines? 2 lines feels like a good pace. All right. List A has Calm and Joyo. Calm and Joyo at 17, 16. List B, the one that you guys say is clearly mine or better be mine, is going to go Oski Alpha 54. Meanwhile, on list C, one that one chatter said is better but is not Fear's, which is list B, has Yan and Archie. And then we have Oski and Yan as well on list D. Fear, you better not be A. A person doesn't know game. Calm above LJ. Are we smoking crack? You rate Oski better than Joyo, so you're C? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Maybe Oski isn't on list C at all. B still cooking. List A is either JNaps or Danger Taco. All right, we move on. Let's look at 14 and 15. Lost appearance again. Lost Itachi. Whoa, at 15, 14 for list A. List B is going to have Yan and Exotic. What is it? Oh, did you start a prediction for which list is mine? Which list is Fear's? I love it. I love it. I love it. A little prediction contest. That is a W mod. Whoever figured that out. Okay, Seiko Alpha 54 and Joyo Seiko are both EU for list C and D. So let's see. What's interesting about these reveals? A has lost higher than anyone has had them so far. Has it much higher than Yan. Exotic, is this the lowest Alpha 54 is? No, you guys had Alpha 54 a bit lower. But other than that, second lowest Alpha 54 placement. Joyo, Seiko, is this Seiko's first appearance? You guys had him fairly low. It seems like maybe everybody else had him higher than you guys did. First Itachi appearance as well. Actually lined up with where you guys had him. Everyone else either has him higher or not rated. Got called a W mod. Never received a greater compliment. All right, what is chat thinking in terms of which one's mine? Chat thinks either I'm B or C. They do not think D. They do not think A. Okay. List A. Rawas and First Killer. At 13 and 12. A is on crack. Joyo Seiko, actually right where list D had them, just a little bit higher from B. Wait, chat put Ahmad over Itachi. Chat did a lot of things. All right, Atomic. Atomic showing up on list C. 2 NA players for list C. This is the lowest other than, presumably, assuming everyone has Atomic, which is maybe not true. You guys had Atomic easily the lowest. List C has the next lowest placement for Atomic. List D, Atomic right there. Alpha 54. Chat plays Falcons 2 through 4. Yeah. Yeah, chat went a bit crazy. All right. Let's go. Let's leave all the way up to the top 10. Let's not include the top 10, and we'll maybe do another vote here to see which list is best. Chat now has a constant bet on which list is mine going into prediction. But here is without their top 10. TRK at 11 for list A. First Killer just outside the top 10. Oski on list C. Exotic list D. List A is the best. All the Falcons low. Somebody is a hater. Somebody specifically did not like how high you guys put. Okay. We will do another poll again. Which list is the best? This is not necessarily which list is mine. A, B, C, or D? You guys voted B last time. It was between B and C. Looks like C losing maybe a couple votes in favor of chat and A. B is valid, but it's C. Best list is A. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right. It seems pretty settled. Chat is loving list B so far. Can the top 10 redeem any of the other lists? Chat is in a toss-up between whether or not my list is list B or C. All right. Number 10. Seiko for list A. The list you guys said is the best so far. Clears at number 10. Lost at number 10 for list C. And for list D, it is First Killer. C is Jorby. Fear looked away and smirked when he said list B. Really wishing you hadn't started the prediction now because you'd be making bank on this one. B is cooked. Lost better than Exotic? Time to switch sides. Be lost in our hearts with the top 10 pick. You guys did not like Hilliers being this low? Oh, because... Wait, I know why you guys love B so much. It doesn't have any of the meta players yet. So you're just assuming all the meta players are at the top. I guess List C also doesn't have the meta players either. Wait, where's Appjack in A? He might not be on there at all. Unless he's going to be in the top 10. Everyone was hitting the glass pipe, but List B hit it once, it seems. Okay, all right, so we move on. Number 9. Alpha 54. Rawas and Killiers right next to each other on List B. And then List C and D both have Killiers here at number 9. Fear, you disappoint me? How could I disappoint you? You don't even know what list is mine yet. All lists on crack. A is using a randomizer. D is looking slick. Yeah, I feel like D has been catching a ton of hate. What's the worst thing about list D, chat? D is best. People have not been voting for D. D is the best list. I'm trying to see what's like terribly, terribly wrong with D. I think maybe people didn't like Nolly and Calm showing up, if I had to guess, at first. And then they kind of gave up on the list. But like, if OG does well, this isn't terrible. JNaps but can't be like a carry for them in this case, if Calm and Nolly are showing up, unless JNaps shows up in the top 8. Nolly and Calm underrated. No Appjack in D is crazy. I mean, there's no Appjack in A either. So either he's going to show up here in the top 10 or he's not on either list. All right, Atomic at 8. Atomic at 8. TRK at 8. And Itachi at 8. D is the best right now. C is solid. A is strange. Okay, Fear's list is D. Wait, why do you say that? A is not on their mind. We'll have you guys vote for worst list as well. Maybe we'll do that real quick before it ends. Who has the worst list? Well, first off, it's probably you guys, right? Be honest with yourselves, chat. Be honest with yourselves. Before we reveal the last 7, you guys can already see your last 7. Which list is the worst? It's between chat and A. Chat, people hate A. Refund my points. Fear is D. Oh. All right, chat hates list A. Chat hates list A. Doesn't seem to... I don't know if it's going to change at all. Exotic at number 7. Itachi, number 7. Rawas. The Mina player is starting to show up. Still earlier than chat would like it. Seems general agreement on Itachi, although much higher than you guys had him. Seems like all 3 lists except for A and chat have Itachi around 6 or 7. Calm at 17. Do you think Calm should be even higher? Rawas top 5 at least. Looks like we'll have to reveal this one. You guys might be the only one who have Rawas in the top 5, depending on where these people go. Drally, is this Drally's first appearance? So Drally maybe consistently rated high. Monkey Moon at number 6. Alongside chat. Everyone else hasn't listed Monkey Moon, so presumably Monkey Moon top 5. Blue is EU? Yes, blue is EU. List D is selling. All right, top 5 remaining. You say Drally top 5 for sure. List A does not have Drally top 5. D sold. All right. Number 5 for list A, your guys' least favorite list. Archie. W pick. W pick from list A. List B, Daniel. List C, Drally. And list D, Daniel. Teammates is list A. List A equals Athena. Now they're smelling something and it isn't salt. Listen, I'll let teammates know that you guys said list A is terrible, and now you're all sure that it's teammates. A is Hootie Hoo. It's somebody who's oxygen biased. Okay. At number 4 for the various lists. Everyone seemed to be okay with Daniel and Drally being generally that high. Beast Mode. Beast Mode's first appearance on any list but your guys's. You guys had Beast Mode all the way down at 7. Seems like everyone else has Beast Mode a bit higher. A Daniel at number 4. Another Drally. So all the Drallies. Drally is all out at either 4, 5, or 6. Dr. Fear made list A. B and D both no ball, but I think B is Fear. Okay. I don't know if anyone's... I'm trying to remember all the lists. I don't know if anything's going to be too controversial as we finish off. Daniel, number 3 for list A. List B has Monkey Moon above Drally. Saying Mr. Monkey Moon's going to hold it down for BDS as opposed to Drally. Number 3, Rawas. Rawas going to be holding it down for the Falcons for list C. And list D, another Beast Mode. So Daniel and Beast Mode, all very high. Hold up, B either doesn't have Beast Mode, Zen, or Vatira. It never gets old. People forgetting that Vatira will not be on the list. Vatira won't be anywhere. As well as any of the other KC members. Okay, we'll do number 1 and number 2, one by one for each list. So list A, or here, we'll start from the right side because you guys seem to think list A is the funniest list. So list D is going to have Zen at 1, Monkey Moon at 2. Someone says D is L. How do we feel about that? 2 EU people at the top. Sure, D is W. Low-key D cooked. C is going to have Zen also at the top. Zen at number 1 in every list so far. Beast Mode at number 2. I agree with list C, Fabulous. Zen really about to cook. List B, Zen and Beast Mode. Again, the same as list C. And list A, everyone's favorite list. Everyone's favorite list. Is it a full sweep for Zen at the top? You guys should maybe be able to realize who is left because the list is somewhat reasonable. It is Monkey Moon, of course. Of course, list A is not just going to do what everyone else does. Of course. They have to have something different. List A has Monkey Moon. So again, we will ask you guys, which list is the best? Well, actually, let's start with worst. Which list is the worst, chat? And be honest with yourselves. Did you actually cook more than some of these other lists? Which list is worse? Chat, somebody might have cooked worse than you guys. List A can suck it. Oh. A is terrible, but chat is inexcusable. Listen, you guys have just been piling on A. I think there's a world in which I like A better than I like chat. I mean, I guess to make chat correct, Mina just has to dominate. The rest of chat's order isn't like awful. They have Yan and Jaffinho, but no Lost. Everyone else has Lost. They have Yan really high, at least compared to where everyone else has Yan. Otherwise, nothing too crazy. It's just they have three extra Mina players that nobody else put in any of their lists. A is for abysmal. No question A is better than ours. I actually think it is. Chat has just been piling on A, so A is going to lose for worst list. Next, before we reveal where each list came from, and you guys can guess which each one is, I won't tell you where they all came from. I'll make you do it. I'll just reveal things one by one. Just to make it harder on you guys. But okay, which list is best? You guys have been riding B the whole way. C seemed like the only other list that stood a chance. D, though, I made an argument for D, and I feel like a few people came around on D. But maybe you guys are just going to end up sticking with B like you have this whole way. D is best, B is Feer. Interesting. Chat's list might be the worst ranking in the history of rankings. Tell us a person and we guess their list. That's exactly how we're going to do it. That's exactly how we're going to do it. C pulling through? It's pretty close. It's pretty close. When should I end it, chat? D has made a comeback as well. Some people are still voting chat. I think that's not fair. I don't think chat actually stands a chance. All right. C maybe took the lead. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. I hit it at 1 minute. It says 2 more votes for C. You guys have been B the whole way. Decided to swap to C for some reason. Maybe because C has Rawas high and you guys are Mina simps. And you like Rawas being at number 3. Maybe there's some other reasons, but you guys also kind of like D. You came around a little bit. Now, what do you guys think is my list? Which list is Feer's? Obviously, it's not chat. Wait, restart. I'm not even going to include chats because you guys are just going to troll and you're going to vote for chat, which obviously my list is not chat. So let's try again. A, B, C, or D? Which list is mine? You guys, I like that you have faith in me that I didn't make A. But man, are you guys split. You guys are split. Like, I guess when it says 1 minute, it usually says 1 minute at 45 seconds though. So I'll do another 15 after that, kind of like I just did. And then, why does it do that? 45 minutes to 1 second. Feel out about 15 more seconds or so. Hopefully you guys kind of pick a list. You're pretty... No more real votes are coming in. So it looks like list B. You guys are going to give me list B. Feer apparently has list B. Okay. The next list that we included. And I have to remove B from the options because I'm not letting you guys go back. I know that makes it tough on you, but hey. Which list is Reddit's list? Reddit made a list, and they got the benefit of being a combined average of their list. So I did not grab just one of their, like one person in Reddit's list, although maybe I could have. But Reddit had a combined average to make a list. And you guys hate Reddit. Or at least you think Reddit, you guys said A is easily the worst list. And now everyone is saying A is for sure the Reddit list. So we will give Reddit list A, which leaves just list C and D. Now the last place I got it from is Halfway Dead's AI. Which list of top 25 players going into the major was made from Halfway Dead's AI. Since you guys only have C or D left, you could pick between C and D. And you guys seem pretty confident that of the two left over, Halfway AI made D, which leaves C. And you might be wondering who made list C. Well, how I did one of the lists, might be C, might not, was an average of everyone's list. So of Reddit's, of mine, of Halfway Dead's, and yours, I averaged them all out to presumably make the best list. Usually averages do a better job of making lists than single people. So that is what the last list is. An average of all of them. Now, I had a feeling you guys might pick that one easier if I gave it to you first. So, so I did make sure to tell you that that was one of the lists last. So I'll give you one chance. You could do a swap. You could do a swap somewhere. So, by the way, this is just what you guys picked. I'll reveal in a second what the actual answer is. Do you guys think you need to make a swap? Swap A and D. C and D. No, yes. A and D. You want Reddit and the Halfway AI to swap. A and D, D and C. A has to be AI, C and D, A and D. Okay, you feel good about... I mean, you don't feel good about D at all. It seems like you want to go back now that you know that there's an AI. But now that you know there's an average, listen, I'm going to say that people have not been succinct enough. I'm not seeing like one obvious swap, so we're just going to keep you guys there. I don't know if it's completely fair, but you know what? It's my stream. I get to pick. So I'm going to reveal to you guys how many of these you got correct. And of course, I'll do it on the drop. You think chat is correct. You know what? I'll include that one. I'll include you guys guessing chat correctly. Of the 5 lists, including the fact that you guys probably got which list was chat's correct, you guys correctly identified one list. Chats. Chat was correct. None of these are correct. None of these are correct. You guys got none of them right. So, I'll reveal the actual answers. Your guys' favorite list, list A, of course. You guys might say the one that you voted as the best, which I think was list C, but it was pretty much a tie between B, C, and D, I would say, towards the end of it. But your favorite list was not, in fact, made by Reddit, which you guys are pretty sure about. You guys were haters of Reddit. It was actually made by Halfway Dead's AI. And, yeah, I think chat sees that now. Certainly, they see that now. Archie at number 5, I knew was going to be higher than anyone else would put Archie. But there's something to be said about the fact that stats and results suggest that Archie is that good. I think Archie's probably underrated on a lot of these lists. Archie's on 23 on list B. Archie's on 16 here. Archie's on 18. And then you guys did not list Archie. You guys didn't even list him. Probably a bit low if you're assuming Oxygen's going to make top 8. Which most people have the EU guys going to top 8. List number B, since it was not me, it should be clear what it is, I think. Or maybe not. It can either be Reddit or an average of all of them. Now, Reddit actually already averaged the Reddit answers, which I thought for sure going into it was going to be unbeatable. Normally, averages of a bunch of people who follow the game like Reddit are unbeatable, and this is in fact Reddit's list. This is the list I pulled from Reddit. It's an average of all the Reddit responses. You're unsubbing? Wait, why? You're not even subbed. What do you mean you're unsubbing? Now, list C can't be the average, which of course means it is my list, and that's right. I made sure to pause the poll right after I had the most votes for best list. Listen, it's my stream. I get to do whatever I want. You guys voted my list best list. Congratulations to me. You guys are super smart. List C is in fact my list, and list D is an average of all of the lists, including your guys's. Lost above Yan? Yeah, I think Lost has been playing well. I think
great stream today.
The Yan disrespect. Yo, thank you to Lifeless Nerd for the Prime for 12 months. Yeah, I think Lost has been performing. I'm not the only one who had Lost over Yan. Halfway Dead AI did, and I guess actually I'm the only one other than the Halfway Dead AI. So hey, listen, I think Lost plays well. I think it's Lost and Yan have been a toss-up. I was actually gonna have them fairly close, but I think what ended up happening is I just kept inserting people in between them. But yeah, I think Lost is a high-level player and could easily have a better tournament than Yan. I think they're both great. W Fear putting EU, NA, Mina 1, 2, 3. Yeah, D is just the average of all of them. That's why it has Com and Nolly, because Com and Nolly got votes in the Halfway Dead AI. L putting Juicy so low. I mean, I'm basically just predicting that Gentlemates get top 8, or basically tied for top 8. So yeah, if Gentlemates do what they do again, Juicy's way too low. Juicy might be underrated in every single list, honestly. That's a good point. All the lists have Juicy fairly low. And, you know, Juicy ended last major maybe like 1 or 2. Probably top 5 if you look at the whole event. If you look at just Sunday, number 1. There's a reason why he got MVP. But I think that is Sunday focused. If you looked at the whole event, he probably wouldn't be quite number 1. But we can't see these online events and just ignore them. And I think that's why every list put Juicy back down low. Your Oski rather than Joyo logic was right. You were onto it right away. I tried. I knew I made a mistake talking about any of them and what I thought. But yeah, I think Oski. I actually have Oski, Archie, then Joyo. Not that Joyo doesn't play great, but when I watched them, Oski was the guy for sure. And Archie and Joyo both had their days. I think Archie had it like a little bit more often. Joyo might have had it in a bigger settings. But I could easily see it going this way. So now we have ads and we have your guys' major predictions. How's that sound? And let's do a little dance partying. What do you guys think of that segment? You guys like that segment? I think I could do it again in the future, but I'd have to... it would be tough to make sure I got lists. Or maybe get lists from actual humans. But I just didn't have time to ask someone to do a list before the stream. Is this a ones list? No. This is a 3v3 list. Don't let chat cook up a list. Did Nugget versus Abdullah play? Yes, yeah, we did. We did 2 Nugget versus Abdullah. Finally a response. Lol, YouTube sucks. Sorry, homies. Okay, now we go to predictions. I've already done my predictions. I did them real quick. But I stand by them. I'm sure they're the best predictions anyone's ever seen. But predictions actually take a decently long time as well. So let's see here. Let me cook up the prediction scene. How does this look? We like this? I can move myself a little bit now, probably. Back over here. Could even extend this just a slight bit, like there. Prediction is done. Wait, did nobody close out the prediction? I can go and close it out. My list was list C. You know, it got closed out. 3 hours, W Feer? Yo. I do it all for you, chat. I do it all for you. We're gonna actually have a huge stream tomorrow. How does Swiss work? Winners play the winners, losers play the losers. Let's see. I'm gonna put you guys underneath me. All right. Everyone should be back from ads here in a second. And we are going to speed run your guys' predictions. Because it takes a really long time. Actually, you know what? We might even do polls for every single round. Because it gets a little crazy. I might just grab chat sentiment. Yo, Nip Nip God, thank you for the brand new tier 1, man. For a month. Who's winning chat, BDS or Mobula? So many Zen Glazers in this chat. I think there's a lot of Zen Glazers in the Rocket League world. People are actually voting for Mobula to get a game, and I can't tell if they're just trying to troll. But you guys have definitely given Mobula a game here. Which maybe they'll win. All right. G2 Gladiators. Looks like the same. What do we got to say, chat? What do you think is a sweep? What percentage do we need somebody to vote to get a sweep? You think 75 plus is? You guys want 75 plus to be a sweep? 90 almost never happens. I think it's 75 to 80-ish. Definitely not 65 plus. I'll tell you what. If we go 75 plus, then this is going to be a sweep and this is going to be a sweep, which I think makes a bit more sense. Then like 60s will be high 60s. 60 to 69 is like a 3-1. And then anything with fives, like a split, that's a game 5. Feels maybe like it'll work out. Vitality and Chiefs. How do you guys feel about OCE 2? Since it's best of 5, every 20% is one game. I don't think it works that way. Because you can't go all the way to 0. Maybe it does work that way. Maybe it does work that way. Does it work that way? Anyways, you guys are certain about Vitality sweeping. Okay, here's maybe the first interesting round. Well, only because it's this chat. Although actually, I think not just because it's this chat. I think Twisted Minds could put up a fight. In fact, Gentlemates was the team, if you guys remember, that played Rule 1 as well. And so people were not sure, you know, maybe Mina 2 will put up a good fight against, at the time, EU4. I think they're EU3. Oxygen is EU4 this time. But chat just, man. All right, I'm going to save them from themselves. I'll end this at 45 seconds, but it does seem like you guys are going to go Gentlemates in 5. Furia or OG? Based on your guys' list, I'm assuming you guys are going to say heavily Furia. Because there was not a single OG person even thought of when you guys were making your lists. You need to control the game score? I do control the game score. That's why it's a 3-2. You guys had a close vote that time, so it's 3-2. OG is going to go 1-3. All right, chat is not quite. We said 75 was a full sweep. So we've got Furia at a 3-1. Now, Oxygen Power. How much do you guys believe in OCE? Any OCE believers in chat? Power made it to round 5 of the previous major. They exited in the 2-3 round, and they went and won every single event in their region again. So they show that they have not fallen off at all. And it doesn't matter. Chat has a sweep. Okay, this one is arguably an interesting round in every chat, but maybe mine and Johnny's, which are somehow like more Mina biased than if you went to like Nawis's chat. You always vote for underdogs because you want close matches. I don't think that's exactly how predictions work. Yeah, chat's not gonna have this one being close, obviously, but I think Space Station probably get a game. I'm sure I had them getting at least a game in my predictions. Gen G Secrets. Are you guys going to go all favorites winning? It looks like you are. Which isn't too surprising. You know, sometimes people want to pick upsets, but they have a tough time doing them when they're fighting against the crowd, which is just going to end up not picking an upset. Because nobody can agree on the same upset to pick. All right, BDS or Gentlemates, chat? Wait, who's on Secret again? KV1, Brad, and Mata, right? Chat has a sweep for the BDS over the Gentlemates. They said, I've seen that enough in EU. All right, this is nightmare situation, by the way. I hate your bracket so far, guys. You have G2 playing Gen G, BDS playing Gentlemates. Actual nightmare scenario for tomorrow's day. Gen G owns G2. Yeah, G2 has done better in the regionals for sure. But a lot of people are of the opinion that the specific Gen G G2 head-to-head is in favor of G2. Even though they kind of struggled and I would say limped into the major at the end there. We'll stop it at 45. You guys are bouncing back and forth between G2 and Gen G. And looks like you're going to finish with G2. Despite some people saying they quote-unquote own them. Vitality and Furia. A rematch of the quarterfinal. Right? Pretty sure it's Vitality who beat Furia. This is Swiss, though. Furia went 3-0 in the Swiss in the last major. They did not look as dominant in their region before this major as they did the last. Quarters and Swiss. Yeah, I forgot. So they won in the quarters last time. And it looks like chat is a believer in Furia again, but close. At least in your guys' world, we get a couple nice cross-region games here in the 1-0 round. Oxygen Falcons. EU4, Mina 1. Not to sweep. The Sam bias here is crazy. Yeah, you don't think... I mean, I guess over Vitality is maybe pretty tough. Vitality is definitely one of the top teams. Can't remember if I had that matchup in my predictions and what I had. Oxygen not losing. I mean, Oxygen looked like a team that could definitely beat the Falcons. But this is, of course, the Falcons chat. We might as well be at twitch.tv/Team Falcons GG or whatever. Okay, chat. Listen, I need you guys to do it. This is... Finally, you can use your Mina bias for good. It's time. Right now. Slam them. Slam them. Slam them down. Have no mercy. That's what I love to see. All right. Secrets or Gladiators? Gladiators is now fully EU imports, right? It's Virtuoso, Tho, and Maxiu, but Maxiu is not really an import, right? He's been in APAC for a long time, I think. So he's still pretty APAC-y, but is technically from EU. And Virtuoso has been there for a long time as well. Maxiu is APAC. Okay, he's dual nationality. So it's not fully EU imports, but Tho and Virtuoso. Virtuoso's been there for a while as well. So some people think he's honorary APAC, but it doesn't matter. Chat is certain that the Gladiators aren't taking a game. All right, OG or the Chiefs? OG or the Chiefs? So why don't people hate on Gladiators? Oh, by the way, there's this cool thing that we can do, especially when the chat is going crazy. Let me test it out. Look at that! I did just put my camera underneath it. In case we want to highlight somebody's chat. So why don't people hate on Gladiators?
Are the show matches over for today?
Yeah, I think so. Probably no show matches. Why do people hate on Gladiators, but they don't hate on the team in SSA? Or they do hate on they don't hate on Gladiators, and they do hate on the team in SSA. Because the Gladiators just did it better. If you don't know, SSA like kind of went all at once and even had one player not go and just took over SSA and are fully imported. Nobody actually from APAC. Whereas Maxiu, like we just said, I think he's been playing from APAC for a very long time. Vert came over, played with Realize, the guy who, you know, was Mr. APAC, played for a couple seasons with them, and then Tho moved over. It happened much slower, much more natural, and much more in benefit of APAC, whereas the Mobula crew just like slammed on SSA. Isn't that cool? Anyways, it's a sweep. Space Station or Power, chat? Space Station or Power? Gladiators actually traveled to Asia. 2 out of the 3 guys from Mobula did. So it's not like fully against them. Mobila had the galls to talk crap. Yeah, they did. The whoosh sound is very satisfying. Had to give you the whoosh just for that. Chat is going to give a game to Power. Who did Power play in the first 2 rounds? Oxygen SSG is a pretty tough draw. I feel like Power is a good team, but I mean, and they could win those games for sure. But it's a pretty tough draw to get SSG and Oxygen. Those are some good teams. All right, chat. Who's going out 3-0? Oh, I instantly finished the poll, so I guess it's a tie. BDS or Furia? Has Feer done his own predictions? No, I'll show mine again. Or show mine after. I don't want you guys to cheat off me. Make me mod when? What do you guys think? Should we ban Alth Greats to teach him a lesson? Type 1 in chat if you think so. Looks like a bunch of people are typing 1 in chat. Wow, that's unfortunate. You know, you could argue they're maybe picking BDS to win, but it looks like they're actually just wanting you to get banned. Finally, it happens. Finally, it happens. Chat, can I ask you guys to just be serious for 1 second? In fact, turn the music off. Can we talk for 1 second? Before we put this poll up, I know you guys love to be Falcons biased, but I'm a North American as well. So look deep into your heart and think about the North American bias as well. Have it equal out and give your honest answer. Who's genuinely winning this match? Falcons or G2? This is one the community has been waiting for a long time. Is it Falcons or is it G2? Now, how much of my speech actually got G2 some votes? We maybe got it all the way down to a 3-2. I think we did it. I think we got it to at least a 3-2. We'll give it 10 more seconds. Couldn't get it to a coin flip, but at least the Falcons only went in game 5. And for this chat, they may as well have just picked them to lose if they're saying they're going game 5. And to match chat's player predictions, they needed Falcons to not even drop a game. They needed the Falcons to basically treat the entire major as if it were just one of their MENA regionals. BDS Furia was 3-1. Was it really? I thought it was a 3-0. It was like 70. Was it 74%? Oh, 74. Okay. I'll give Furia 1. G2 is the best team in RLCS if they don't choke grand finals and LAN. Sure, I think that's true. I think any team that doesn't choke grand finals on LAN is probably the best team in their RLCS. All right, you guys have Vitality sweeping SSG. Oxygen OG. Earlier with the player rankings, you guys were certified Oxygen haters. Or sorry, OG haters. Certified OG haters. Appalled to even see Calm and Nolly anywhere near the top 25. So they're the best team if they don't lose? Exactly, Aaron. Exactly. Listen, I'll pin the YouTube chatter. Look at him. He's a YouTube chatter. Everyone type W for YouTube chatters, right? We love YouTube chatters. Wait, they're actually doing it. They're actually typing W. Okay, here come the L's. Here come the L's. All right, I'll save you. I didn't think they'd actually listen to me. Okay, you guys have Oxygen sweeping OG. That agrees with your previous assessment of the OG players. Gen G Twisted Minds. They love me. Wait, it doesn't even say your name. You get to hide. Hey, yo, he looks at YouTube? Let me see. I want to try and... Yes, I do, Martin. Mr. Martino Gameplay. You better believe it. Someone docks that chatter. Full disclosure, all YouTube comments are from bots, and this is from a YouTube commenter. Okay, Gen G is going to win this one 3-1, it looks like. Hey, wait, is chat being reasonable about the Mina players? Is the apparently Jack bias enough to do it? Mate's secret. OG are solid, and I think their series will be competitive. You guys so far have every OG series. Oh, not every OG series being a sweep. You actually had them getting a game against Furia. Put me in the spotlight. I will vote for G2 even if they are not playing. Chat, shame him. He's begging for spotlight. Although I gave it to him, so. How many games are being played? Round 1 and round 2 are being played tomorrow. Okay, I agree with you guys. This is a sweep. All right, put him in the dirt, chat. It's time to put him in the dirt. Power Mobula. This setup is too long. You guys have already decided. Destroy him. Goodbye, Mobula. All right, Chiefs Gladiators. Wait, this is looking very similar to your bracket. It's because you're making the bracket. This is your bracket. Chiefs Gladiators. Where are you guys leaning on this one? You guys have OCE2 and SSA coming out on the bottom, it looks like. In 3-2 fashion, or is this 3-1? No, this is 3-1. This is 60s. G2 mates. You're calling it? Gen G and Falcons in the finals. And Falcons take it in 7. Gen G won the last London Major, right? Have there been... Is this the 4th London Major? It was Dig. And then it was... Gen G... No, Voiced. Then it was Gen G. And now this is the 4th one. Dr. Fear, can my punishment from being in the dirt be lifted? You call it Chiefs winning it all? That's a terrible call. All right. Furia Genji. This one you guys have as a toss-up. Last time around at the major, there was a very clear top 8. And both Furia and G were part of it. Both Furia and Genji were part of it. Goofy song, goofy chatter. Genji is choking hard right now. They ain't beating Furia. Wow, it might be perfect coin flip. It is indeed perfect coin flip. Let me see if I can pull up a coin flip quickly. Will it show right here? All right, heads will be for the top team. I even forget who the top team is. All right, bottom team wins. Who is, whoop, leaked. Bottom team is Genji. Vitality or Oxygen? Yeah, it's definitely Game 5 overtime. Game 5 overtime, you guys have First Killer, Chronic, Jack, Triple Touch. I used the coin to predict the entire major, and it had power only dropping 4 games the entire major and winning the entire thing against G2. Based. Wait, G2 in the finals is not bad. At least it got some things potentially right. All right, you guys have Vitality winning in a Game 5 scenario. All right, Twisted Minds or Gladiators. So I think Twisted Minds has a chance, and this is not just me trying to feed into the Mina bias chat. I think they have a chance at making top 8. It just kind of is matchup dependent in round 5. Because they're probably going to do it by going to round 5. I don't see them getting out earlier than that. And so you just need to avoid a couple bad matchups in round 4 and round 5. And you can make it there. All right, you guys have Twisted Minds walloping the Gladiators, though. Secret power. I have a secret power. You can see Secret making it as well, but the seeding does not work in their favor. Yeah, true. What site is this? This is a spreadsheet made by Cody VRL on Twitter. You can see his @ right here, @CodyVRL. So you're saying Twisted Minds can also make it if they don't lose? Yes. but you're making it sound like what I said was dumber than it really was. But what I said is their round 5 matchup is the most important. And depending on how like individual games go, you could get someone you can beat, and you could get like Gentlemates, or I don't know, some insanely good team. Oxygen and Gentlemates are both going to be there. So like maybe Furia, although if you're going to get one of those 3 teams, you're just kind of screwed. So I don't know, maybe not, but Secret Power, you guys have Secrets. You have OCE not making it to round 5 this time around. And you have it just barely at a 3-1, almost a 3-2. OG SSG. Hold it. This was made in spreadsheets? Yeah, this is a Google sheet. Wait, wasn't this Atom Core? No, Atom Core is done. Cody VRL has taken over for us, though. Atom Core was not appreciated enough. You guys were too mean to Atom Core, so he quit. but Cody VRL is taking over. OG win this matchup a reasonable amount of times. It's looking like chat thinks it's a 3-1 though. And OG outs in round 4. So listen, Twisted Minds got maybe the best matchup they're going to get of the 3 available matchups, but I don't know if they're going to win it. Oxygen Secret, chat. SSG going to win for sure. SSG won the last matchup against OG for the tiebreaker. Did SSG and OG, was that a tiebreaker? You're thinking of OG and Shopify Rebellion, bud. Are you not? Or I'm crazy. Yeah, again, this is not a website. It is a spreadsheet made by Cody VRL. It's all point differential, Mini Moon 09. Okay, you guys have a domination from Oxygen. Do you guys have the mates or SSG making top 8? It looks heavy mates. It looks like put them out of their misery, mates. And oh, wait a second. Wait a second. The SSG voters are just a little bit slow. The NA connection is catching up. OG is the new V1. No one expects them to do anything, but they can. Certainly you're not talking about the V1 that became G2, because people were expecting a lot of them. It was not that they were not expecting anything from them. They were expecting a lot. Okay, you guys said actually this is a close one. First you were saying it was a blowout. Only Furia or Twisted Minds can make it. I know who I would personally have making it. But I tell you what. If you guys wanted to make your top 25 correct, then you would definitely need to be voting Twisted Minds here. But I think that Furia is probably the better pick. Ahmad Masterclass or Disaster Class. Mates versus SSG was the 3-1. Was it? Yeah, you're right, it was. You're right. W chatter. Good call. All right. You guys have Furia. And you have it as a 3-1. Here is your top 8. BDS, Furia, G2, Gen G. So let's do your bracket. I think you guys are doing a much better job of this than you did at the players. And you guys voted A as the worst, and I still think you guys are wrong about that. I think you guys had the worst list. In fact, your own predictions for the major don't agree with your player list. Aren't these all best of 7? Yeah, these are best of 7. So if BDS plays Furia in a best of 7, how does it go? Sorry, you weren't here for the player ranking. We just needed you here. All right, what are we for a 60 or 70% now? Is that like a 4-2? I guess it doesn't really matter as much anymore. So getting it exactly right isn't really necessary. Oh, G2 Gen G, you guys are terrible at making brackets. I hate your guys' bracket to my core. Way too many inter-region matchups. Okay, it's best of 7 now. It's G2 Gen G again. You guys went slightly G2 last time. Now it's best of 7. Now it's quarterfinals. Does that change anything? Does that strengthen G2? Does it strengthen Gen G? It's looking like you guys are just going to go similar. Another slight G2 victory. Getting over their Gen G demons because they've had a tough time with them specifically. They farm the rest of NA. They don't seem to have any issues beating the rest of NA. But they're going to struggle at least to beat Gen G. Falcons and the Mates. Last time these guys played, chat, before you start just typing a certain number, the Mates swept the Falcons. The Mates swept them. Then the Falcons went on to win against Vitality. And then lost to KC. One, nice try again. Sorry, Fear, I don't speak English. Could you send me the name of the site? I don't know what to do about that. It's not a site. It's Cody VRL on Twitter. All right, you guys have Falcons again. No surprise. Nothing can be done to stop you guys. And you even have only the Gentlemates getting about 2 games, I would say. Vitality or Oxygen? Dude, your guy, I hate your guys' bracket. Holy cow, it's so bad. EU versus EU, NA versus NA. At least the semifinals get better. At least the semifinals get a bit better. Because you guys have the Falcons winning. But if Mates win, then it's more EU versus EU. Pretty close on this one. It's looking like we're leaning Vitality, though. Vitality has looked like the better team towards the last end of the regionals. Looks like a Game 7. A Game 7 in favor of Vitality. All right, chat. BDS or G2? A matchup that also happened at the last major. And it went in favor of North America. The red, white, and blue of the American flag, and not the red, white, and blue of the French flag. They went in favor of freedom. Go freedom. But chat does not live free. They are going to give G2 3 games this time around, it looks like. I would say that's about 3 games. All right. Falcons Vitality. Is Vitality back, chat? A lot of people have Vitality as one of the few teams capable of winning a major. I would say a lot of people's lists are Falcons, Vitality, BDS, and G2, which, to be fair, you guys have settled on as a top 4. So in that sense, maybe your bracket isn't so bad. Now, lots of people like to believe that Falcons could be trusted to make the grand final. I can't remember what I predicted, but something tells me I didn't go that way. I think I'll go. I'm not going to do the Swiss. I'm going to keep the Swiss automated, but I'll go through individually and I'll do my bracket predictions live. We don't need to go through the Swiss again. You guys have a 4-2 for the Falcons. All right. Who is chat's champion? BDS. Do you guys have the strength to put the top EU team winning the majors like they often do? Actually, EU teams usually win majors, but not always the #1 rank. Last time it was EU4. I think EU1 has actually had a bit of a curse streak. And part of that was from BDS coming in and losing in the double limb of last season, or like when they dudded out. That was like 2 seasons ago before the Dallas major. Will they do it again? Will BDS choke again before the Dallas major? Or the Dallas Worlds, that is. You guys say yes. You guys have picked Falcons as a champion yet again. And the day that you guys are right, oh, how smug you'll be. And I think I know of at least a couple other analysts who might be smug with you as well. Yo! Vike Terp, thank you for the brand new Prime. Appreciate you, homie. Let me play it again for you, so it's behind my face. You deserve all the attention in the world. Unless it doesn't play, in which case, never mind. Fate would have it that you shouldn't get any more attention. Yeah! There we go. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, chat. How do you guys feel? I'll let you guys rate your own brackets real quick. How good is your bracket? On a scale of 1 to 5. Is it a 5-star bracket? How many stars does your bracket deserve? Your top 4, I would say, is pretty good. Your top 4 is the top 4 that people think are contending. Your top 8 is safe. Very safe. It's pretty much exactly what the top 8 was last time. 1 Sam, 1 Mina, 2 NA, and all of the EU teams. I mean, it's pretty run-of-the-mill at the end of the day. It's obviously slightly Mina biased, but picking the Falcons to win is not unheard of. So some of you guys are saying it's a 1-level bracket. I don't think so. I think it's better than that. All right. Not a bad set of predictions. Not a bad set of predictions. I'm trying to think if there's anything crazy. Anybody going out really early? Chiefs Mobula last. Power OG. Gladiators. Space Station. Secret. I could see Secret maybe not going as far. But let's go take a look at mine. I have mine. I accidentally slightly leaked them earlier. But let me take out my bracket predictions so I can do them again. All right, here's my Swiss. Chat. Are you guys ready for the answers? Who on Twitter again? Cody VRL. Cody VRL. I think this is where we want to go. Here's my Swiss. I have BDS G2. Some of the interesting matchups in mine are that I have managed to avoid the regional matchups like you guys gave us. I have G2 over Falcons in the G2 Falcons matchup that everyone so much wants to watch. I think G2 has the slight edge there. Other than that, what are the interesting things that I have? Twisted Minds don't make it to round 5, but only because they hit SSG, and I think that's a really tough draw. SSG are down there because they hit Gentlemates, and they lost in the first round to Falcons. They also drop a game to Gladiators. Maybe hurts them as well. No way Secret is going to game 5 against Gen G. Yeah, that might be a bit too much for Secret, but I think you can't doubt those Sam guys, dude. And Gen G, I don't think they're as strong as maybe people are hoping they will be. You guys definitely seem to be Gen G believers. But I think we end up having the same top 8, which is like, means we're very boring. And I think somebody else pointed out, no way we get the expected top 8. Land is never that consistent. You're probably right. Except last time we did. Last time I'd say we did get the top 8. And in fact, it was pretty boring because all of the top 8 teams, when they played a non-top 8 team, they just crushed them. And so it was pretty run-of-the-mill. Oh, the only interesting matches were like the top round matches that had top 8 teams playing against each other. Otherwise, it was just a walk in the park. Not having OG going undefeated in Swiss is crazy. Okay. I didn't realize you were such an OG truther back in this. Top 8 is the same. It means we're kind of boring, I think. And somehow we didn't set up our matchups to allow any sort of mix-up. Okay. In my top 8, in BDS versus Gen G, is that the same matchup that you guys had? No, you guys had BDS Furia. I have BDS Gen G. I have BDS taking the dub. Gen G maybe grabbing 2 or 3. But I do think BDS win. Everybody's been looking for a winner from another region, whether it's not NA or EU like Sam or Mina. In my bracket, Sam and Mina play each other, which is too bad because only one of them can move on. And I also have the Falcons. This one is probably like a game 7. This one's close. I do think the Falcons have the edge over Furia. Then we go to G2 Oxygen. G2 Oxygen, another very close series. Oxygen, very strong EU 4 seed. Just like the Gentlemates. Could they win it all? I mean, if Gentlemates could, they could. But the haters have been hating way too much on North America's promised child. Their wonder kid. Their team. G2 has been making grand finals consistently. They have been playing well. It's time to actually start believing in them, which of course means it's time for them to lose. But we won't predict it yet. We'll let them lose first. So I think I have G2 over Oxygen. Another game 7. Could be a game 7 OT. That's a really close game. And you'll notice that I have actually a bunch of game 5s here as well. I have OG winning a couple games. I have Power winning a couple games against Oxygen. I watched Oxygen switch. Trust me, this is not that unheard of. Space Station against a couple games against Falcons. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting matches here late. As well as a lot of interesting matches here in the quarterfinals. Vitality Gentlemates. Do we believe in the Gentlemates regain? Or is Vitality... Or not the Gentlemates regain. I guess the Gentlemates back-to-back. Or the Vitality regain. You could argue they're more regaining. I think I believe in Zen. I'm not going to predict against Zen. I think Gentlemates maybe push farther if they don't get an EU matchup like Vitality in their first round of the quarterfinal. But I also end up with the same top 4. Do we have the exact same top 4? Same matchups? No, we don't. Somehow mine are more interesting, I promise. We've had Mina in the grand finals. We've had Mina in the grand finals of a London major before. That time, they got foiled by Moist. This time, they get foiled by BDS. I think I'm going to go BDS. EU's strongest team. I know you guys are going to hate. There's unfollowing. There's the Rawasp boy spamming no. But I'm not just going to predict it for whatever you guys want. I'm unfollowing and unsubbing right now. Listen. I would love to be wrong. But I know better than to predict against EU's top seed. G2 and Vitality. Zen versus Daniel. Everybody wants this matchup. All the talk. Who's better? The answer, for a very long time, Zen. Clearly. Why is Daniel being, unfortunately, the one who has to get compared to Daniel? Zen is just the best player in the world. But Daniel's been on the rise. Zen, arguably, fallen down a little bit. That's even with me and you guys and everyone putting him as number 1. But the difference, maybe not as high as it once was. G2 also has Beast Mode and Atomic, some of NA's best players. Vitality has Radosin, known to sometimes play for the other team. I think this goes game 7. I think G2 make it to another grand finals. I have G2. BDS Gen G. You guys had BDS Falcons in your final. I had BDS G2. BDS G2. Mystics has BDS 4-0. Viewers has BDS 4-0. Rematch from Major 1, Vitality versus G2? Yeah, it is. Script leaked. 4-0 sweep for Monkey Moon. 4-3. You think BDS 4-2? Is this exactly the same as Alpha Kep's? I don't know what Alpha Kep's list is. But when it comes down to it, and you have the opportunity to predict for the North American team, we're talking about all red, white, and blue. True Americans bringing it back for NA. Last time NA won, there were 2 English players on it. So finally, it's time to lose the game with honor. And once again, not win. As G2 falls to BDS. EU win yet another major. Everyone sleeps. But is that necessarily what I want to happen? No. Of course not. I want G2 Falcons in the finals. But I think my major would be really fun. Giga Chad list. Listen, I think that this would be a really fun major to watch. Number 1 seed versus number 1 seed never happens. True. Could be a bad prediction. Or could be based. Yours is better. Is another number 1 seed versus number 1 seed, but I guess it's a Mina number 1 seed. Alpha Cap imitation when? I already did my Alpha Cap imitation. Can we get primes for this W? Chat, we got 22 subbers today. Listen, I'm holding you in my hand right now. Thank you to all the 22 subs. Appreciate you guys. When does Cloud9 play though? Oh, they play super soon. Are you still doing your Alpha Cap imitation? Since when have me and Alpha Cap at all close? If Oxygen make top 2, gotta be real. Fear is a legend. When did Alpha Cap do predictions? So tomorrow, by the way, chat, we're gonna be going live nice and early, bright and early. Number 1 watch party on Twitch here. Alpha Fear. Here is Alpha Cap, but you're watching in the VOD back. Here is Alpha Cap, but you're watching in the VOD back. I stand by what I said. Here, I stand by what I said. Yo, thank you, Trellerin, for the brand new tier 1. Joe Mar, thank you for the tier 1 for 36 months. Whoa, when did Kep get here? Yeah. No, that is definitely an impeccable impersonation. Whereas YouTube chatters, right now, you guys are enjoying the beautiful sounds of the music. You saw that on Twitter? Bro played a Kep clip and thought he could fool us. Where's the spreadsheet link? Here, let me go find Cody V. This is really what I should have been doing, but I wanted to power through. Here, anybody who wants to run it. Oh, you guys can't see any of that because I just posted it in the Truffle chat, the app that combines the two. All right, I'll put it in the YouTube and the Twitch chat. Go check out Cody V. Hit him with a follow. He's going to make, it seems like, all the spreadsheets. You see it? Oh, you see it right here probably. But you might not have seen it in the actual chat where you could click it, which I think is probably the more important place to see it. How many days of watch party? I can only go live for tomorrow because I'm going to be going to a wedding. But I'll be live for the whole day tomorrow is the plan. So it should be poggers. And who cares about the rest of the major anyways? Chat, did you guys see this? I know I talked about it a little bit earlier. You think this major will be bad? I don't think so. Will the Fear versus Johnny Boy 1v1 show match with Appjack commentary happen in London on the main stage? This would be a perfect time for the match that everybody has wanted. You hear that? Everybody, chat. Everybody. Weddings happen all the time. Majors are forever. So based. Also, people were talking about whether or not I was good enough. Johnny has hinted in the past that he'll only be doing it for, given the extreme demand through some kind of fair compensation, massive charity event or something. Yeah, I guess he said something like that. Fair compensation is if he's doing something difficult. Just play the 1v1. Is Fear good? Like a GC level at least? Murdoch RL. Do you want a 1v1? Let's see if Fear is good. Luckily, my boy Famous for Now has got my back. Mentioning how I even beat Moxie. Like, come on. What rank are you actually? I beat Moxie in a 1v1. I got up 1-0, he forfeited. Will you be in Saudi for the World Cup? I will not, because I have wedding obligations. Fear isn't even employed by Sonic, so I doubt it. Yeah, that's true. I'm not at the major, and isn't going to London. Yes, because I'm not employed, and because I have a wedding. Although if I was employed, I'd probably still go to work. Is Fear even going to London? No, he's not. W chatter. I would rather have First Touch versus Chalkcast. Lame. Not happens at Worlds, given the greatness. If it were to happen, Johnny would insist upon some crazy gimmick. Yeah, whatever. Any more things about Fear? It bugs me how much Johnny Boy talks about how these Rocket League pros could be making so much content and wasted potential, this and that. But when we ask him for content from him, he barely acknowledges it and will only do it if it's grandiose. Love Johnny, but he's an actual hypocrite. Based and true. Oh my goodness, he's so smart. Wait a second, this chatter's based. Personally, me, I would hop on the field right away. Right now. Oh, this guy got auto hidden? Something tells me his take is amazing. I have a feeling this is going to be the best take here. Oh wait, this guy knows I'm going to a friend's wedding. Oh, he just said it now on stream. You seem to overestimate how big the part of the competitive Rocket League community actually cares about either of them, or even about ones. And this was the guy I was talking about. This is actually a good take. And everyone just sent him to oblivion. I think it's true. I think that there is a pretty small segment of the community that happens to be on Reddit that would enjoy this 1v1. And literally 95% of the people watching the stream, think about like all of the French viewers watching with like Gotaga, they're like, what's going on? Who are these people? Why do we care? They're trash at the game. Why is this happening? I think it's just this Reddit that would enjoy it. But hey, I'll downvote him too. Why not? Get him out of here. Hating. What a hater. Just make it a 1v1v1v1 and put Gotaga in there. The LAN audience might not be the right one along these lines. The French love not enjoying things. It's true that I didn't... But like it's true, I didn't see that 1v1 lore anywhere else than your stream. Yeah, you won't see it anywhere else. Actually, you see it in Jack's comments, my comments, and Johnny's comments on YouTube. Most fans of 1v1 watch you, so I think a 1v1 of YouTube would pull at least 2K viewers. I could see that. Maybe one day it'll happen. But chat, long stream today. Long stream. We ended up having 2 show matches. 2 show matches. Of course, it was the same show match, but a rematch. But hey. And then we did top 25, and we did predictions. Overworking for real, dude. Absolutely overworking. Hopefully you guys had fun. I had fun. Thanks to the 24 subs today. Shout out the 24 of you. That's actually the number I play in Frisbee a lot, 24. Yeah, but hopefully you had a good time. I like hanging out with you guys. I like that we were able to combine the chats today. I think the new chat is better. I like it. You can go back and watch the VOD here on YouTube or on Twitch. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. Make sure to hang out tomorrow. Huge watch party. #1 place to watch right here. See you then. Thanks for hanging, guys. Bye.